Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome over here to the Dascar Martini Endurance Series Season number 3 2016 here on Ziggo Sports. We are here back again finally with the final race of this season. We had to wait for 2 months, well I'm not sure if it's 2 months or 1.5 months or something since we did the last race, but that was because I went on vacation 2 times. I had a splendid time, first in France, then we had 1.5 weeks off, in which I wanted to do this race, but well, due to a lack of time, I seriously had no time at all. There was nothing I could do with the final race, and then I went on vacation again to Split in Croatia. So at least I had a fantastic time, and I'm back again when we're gonna get we're gonna get these races again with full head of steam. So a lot of action coming up for you. If you want to know what action exactly is coming up, well, I would suggest look on the Dascar Facebook page or look on the Phillips Cup Series improvement video, which I uploaded yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever I upload this race, because all information is in there. Also with some other things, if you are willing to get in the Phillips Cup Series, I would also suggest look at that video, because there are some questions which I ask you, and well, if you in that video I will give you the chance to have a little bit of influence on how the Phillips Cup Series Season 9 is going to be. So it might be fun for you as well, so you can get the series more to your liking. So if you haven't seen part number 1, I would say look at part number 2. If you have seen part number 1, I would say look at part number 2 as well, because there are some new things added and some voting things as well. So might be useful for you. So, back again with Martini Endurance Series. We had 3 races so far at Le Mans, which was a little bit of a more disappointing race. At the Nordschleife, which was a crash fest, but still a good race though. And at Kyalami, which was a fantastic race, and especially a very controversial one more towards the end. Because what happens if you haven't seen the ending, and if you have seen it, just as a refresher, there was a battle going on between Joseph Ernesto and Albert Wanley, and they came up to a lapped car of Mitch Bretz, and then first Mitch Bretz turned around Joseph Ernesto, so then Joseph Ernesto spun around, got into the wall, and he pretty much lost the chance to win the race. Then Mitch Bretz continued battling, and he eventually turned around Albert Wanderley as well. And Albert Wanderley retired from the race, fell far back, chance of winning a race, which was a very good one for her, over. And eventually it was not even Joseph Ernesto who came back to win the race, it was the third person, and that was Blaine Keys in number 22. So Blaine Keys, as a winner of that race, has gotten a reserve spot for Phillips Cup Series Season number 9 if he signs up for that, if he's willing to do that. Mitch Bretz, on the other hand, has gotten a points penalty of 5 points, as well as a probation penalty for this race. So if he causes an incident in this race, he will get a points penalty of, well, really depends on how big the incident is, but only a minor incident can already result in him getting a points penalty of 5 points. If it is 2 minor incidents, it will be a points penalty of 10 points. And if it is one big incident, it is gonna be 10 points as well. So it depends a little bit on how the situation is. And he's not the only one who's on probation following the Kyalami race. Also, Debbie Myers in number 67 car has been put on probation, and Chris Dodd in number 3 car. They caused 3 or 4 incidents in that race alone. So that's why they have been put on probation, so they have to be a little bit more careful in this race, otherwise a points penalty could be waiting as well. For the Phillips Cup Series, we're going to do a little different penalty, but for this race we still want to do a points penalties. Points penalty instead of a time penalty like we are most likely going to do in the Phillips Cup Series. So nothing has changed in the field really, so that's good. No injuries or that kind of stuff. The only driver that is new is the number 30 car. It used to be Damien Spanner, and after that Alien decided now from one race. Inge Lomeliana is going to step in, your Phillips Cup Series Season 8 champ, 3-time Phillips Cup Series champ. She has never been in one of these endurance races, so it's new for her. She's starting in the back, but she is going to do, well, her best. The points she gets will go to herself. It's not really the point of giving it to somebody else. At least is what I think. I'm not sure what I've done with Alien Sights points, but I probably gave them to Dame Spawner, but I'm not sure. Her points will go to herself. So that's sad. We're gonna focus on the points a little bit more because this is the final race. That means that after this race we have a champion. Woohoo! 19 drivers can still become champion, and those 19 drivers are Joseph Brummer. He is in the points lead with 117 points. Then second in points is Joseph Ernesto. He's 14 points behind. RJ Bishop in 06 is in third, 15 points behind. Chris Dutt is currently fourth in points, also 15 points behind, so tied with RJ Bishop. Chris Dallerton is also in championship hunt, 16 points behind. Then we got Aiden Shepard, 26 points behind in 6th. Nicole Trenowich 7th with 30 points behind, as well as Cody Smart, also 30 points behind in 8th. They are tied. Blaine Keys in number 22 is currently 9th, 31 points behind, and tied with William Brock, who is in 10th. Then Martha Constantina is in 11th, 33 points behind. Two drivers are 35 points behind, and those drivers are Kyle Martis and Zachary Fitzwater. Then John Cittadino is in 14th, 37 points behind, and tied with Debbie Mars. We got a lot of ties over here. Anna Gregg and Jeffrey Finguy are 16th and 17th, and they are 40 points behind. Devin Roberts is 18th, 43 points behind, and Emmanuel Hartnett is in 19th, 45 points behind. So that means that Emmanuel Hartnett will have to win this race, and then Joseph Brummer will have to finish dead last. So it's going to be a very long shot for him. Everybody else is not eligible to win this championship. So if they want to get a reserve spot in the Phillips Cup Series, they either have to have it already now, or win in the Dascar Rally Championship, which will come up later next week, or they will have to win this race. So a lot of pressure on everybody who doesn't have a reserve spot, because this is their last chance. So ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get this race underway. And that was the introduction, which was a little bit more organized. So John Cittadino gave me that tip, and I tried to do my best. So, oh, it's 7.5 minutes of introduction. That's all, and with the amount of things I told, that's already a lot better. So, thank you for that, John. We're gonna get this race underway. Race number 1 in Martini Endurance Series season number 2 was a fantastic one. We're gonna see if this one is gonna be just as fantastic. 140 laps around this racetrack, 3 hours, so sit back, relax, and get some Coke or popcorn or whatever you would like to eat and drink, because this is gonna be a long one, but an exciting one. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, at Willow Springs, the last race of the Martini Endurance Series season number 3. Rickett Kruger on pole with RJ Bishop next to him, and RJ Bishop is currently taking over the lead on the outside, but now Dascar is in advantage of the 85 car. The 2 car is there as well of Anna Gregg, and we got the 87 car of Benualo Irvine. By the way, the 85 car is Gideon Giggers, not Rickett Kruger, he's 95. So yeah, I have to get used to these names again, and we got a couple of cars going wide. 85 car got a tap from RJ Bishop, but somebody else went around in the back. The 2 car of Anna Gregg is trying to take over the lead, as we got a 3 wide battle for the lead already on lap number 1. Anna Gregg has it, and Joseph Brummer has been in trouble. Points leader Joseph Brummer has been in trouble already early in this race. So, well, the good thing for him is that this race is a long one, so he still has plenty of time to fight back to the front with all that is gonna happen, and there's gonna happen a whole lot in this race. Well, he will have to do his best to get back. So I'm not sure what happened to him. We're gonna take a quick look, and we're gonna do it live because not a whole lot happened. So we're gonna do it, well, it's probably gonna be happening pretty quickly, so we can do it like this. Of course, instant replays, like we did in the previous races, simply because otherwise, well, no cautions in this race. So, getting a tap from Blaine Keys in the number 22 car, that is what he got. I saw some red go up into the wall, and there a hard lick for Joseph Brummer. And the 22 car also going into the wall, so I'm not sure how bad the damage is for her. He's still on pit road. So, going to the back of the field, nothing happened, that's good news. Number 13 car was driven by Emmanuel Hartnett, who is currently, by the way, in second place. Was driven by Emmanuel Hartnett in the Martini Endurance Series season number 2, which was the first time we went to this racetrack. Emmanuel Hartnett took over the lead in that race in the number 13 car and crashed out very soon afterwards. So it's a good racetrack for Emmanuel Hartnett, not a good racetrack for the number 13 car so far. Well, we'll have to wait and see if Emmanuel Hartnett can get this race to work for him. At least better than it did with the previous race. That's where previous time we went to Willow Springs. So has been passed now by the number 87 car of the Frenchman, and that is Benoit Ravine. And the battle for second is between the two. I think actually both cannot become champion. At least the 07 car still has a long shot of becoming champion. Well, one good thing for him, as we now also the 22 car is on pit road, that's because of that incident with the 13 car. But the good news for him now, for Emmanuel Hartnett, is that he is in third place, so a win is still possible. And the person who is in last is his biggest rival, Joseph Brummer. So, well, things so far going a little bit more to plan. The only disadvantage for him is that the number 13 car is still on pit road, and he will soon not be dead last because the 22 car is running again. So he's still dead last. So, well, that's a good thing for him. So let's skim through the top 10 a little bit more. Anna Greg, of course, Benoit Ravine and Emmanuel Hartnett. That's your top 3. And fourth, we got the 01 car of Rita Secret, the Finnish race car driver from USA Racing's team, Daniel Voil's team, that is. She is in fourth, and in fifth we got RJ Bishop, who is third in points. Currently the points leader, but he should not go off track like he does, because that's gonna lose him 3 spots. At least he kept it out of the wall over there, because if you hit that wall, you're dead. So, number 12 car over here of Kyle Martins, he is currently in 5th place, taking over from RJ Bishop. Wow. Trying to go around the outside of Seth Cole, who's also in the top 10. We got Joseph Vanesta, who he just sent in his new cars for Phillips Cup Series season number 9. It is a possibility that he's going to be the only driver in that season. So that means no Bryce Riles or Jackson Brown or Beth Sunise, who also used to drive for him. So we'll see. Oh, there's a little bit of a body slam over there, and cars going around. Now carnage is going to start. Somebody hit the pit wall, and we got cars going around everywhere around this racetrack. Denise Steinhauer goes around. Zachary Fitzwater hit the pit entry just like the 60 car of Aiden Shepard. So chaos all around there. He is Aiden Shepard, the winner from race number 2 at the Nordschleife. And this could be retirement for him. Oh, look at the damage on that number 59 car though. Also 21 Martha Constantina, championship contender, involved in this deal. There we got the number 95 car of Rickett Kruger, also with damage. So Aiden Shepard has retired. And Zachary Fitzwater as well. We're gonna take a look back at what all happened over here. Because quite a lot happened. First we got the number 13 car who goes a lap down. And this is the thing that Emmanuel Hartnett was not hoping for, because the first driver who needed to retire for him to be able to win his championship was Joseph Brummer. And guess what? Joseph Brummer is not gonna finish last, because 2 other drivers have retired already. They're 40th and 41st. So if Emmanuel Hartnett completes this lap, yes, there he goes. He goes in front of the 60 and 59 cars. So, well, that means that Emmanuel Hartnett's championship hopes are over right now. So we're gonna take a look back at what happened over. It started off with somebody spinning around. I'm not sure who it was though. So we're gonna go a little bit further back. We're gonna take a look at number 60 car. We're gonna go back to him. There he goes. Well, then we have to go further, one full lap. We could do it easier. So it started off with somebody spinning around. Seth Cole it was, who got a bump over there from the 06 car. Bam! Just body slammed him off the racetrack. RJ Bishop that was. And there Seth Cole will go around. And as you can see, Carnage starts a bit further up the field. Seth Cole backwards into the wall, but he can continue his way. That's good news. And we saw the same thing happening last season in the Martini Endurance Series. Somebody spinning around, and then in the back everything just went wrong. Because they tried to miss that car that spun around. And this was the first one to go around, William Brock. He slides on pit road, but look at Aiden Shepard. He doesn't slide on pit road, he slams straight into the pit wall, just like Sonny Course did in the Phillips Cup Series Season 8 race here. So that's a tough break for Aiden Shepard to try to miss all the incidents, and eventually a pit wall came right in front of him. Zachary Fitzwater then does exactly the same thing. He gets struck there by the 39 car of John Cittadino as well. Also there, Rickett Kruger got involved. Denise Steinauer spun around. And that's pretty much what happened to those two drivers. So we're gonna go to number 60 car once again. No, the 60 car, not the 59. The 60 car comes on the front stretch. And this is where everything went wrong for him. There, very lucky indeed that William Brook was in the number 18 car, AT car. And there pretty much everybody else spins around. A couple of cars hitting the wall, a couple of cars coming on pit road just to miss the incident. And big crash takes out two drivers already, so that's a tough break for them. Anna Gregg was the leader and still is your leader. So let's see if anything else happened. I don't think so. 39 car of John Cittadino is a lap down. His 13 car is also a lap down of Joseph Brummer. He was already. Now the 22 car has retired. Camshaft problem for Blaine Keys. So we're gonna see what happened to Mr. Keys, the winner of the previous race. That means the winner of both races, both previous races are out. So looks like just some technical problems for him. Comes onto the front stretch. And his engine expires. Well, he already has there it goes. So that's game over for Blaine Keys as well, and that makes you wonder, at least makes me wonder, as I take a look at who else is in trouble. Well, there we see 25 car, the 80 car, they all had issues, came on pit road due to the incident. 95 car as well. And a 21 car, so they are far behind. The 40 car of Mitch Press may have had something as well. So yeah, that reminds me, I should grab something else. I'm just going to write it down over here. Okay, so I'm going to write down, sort of like a penalty list again. So I'm not going to bother you a whole lot with this. So 06 car has been put on there. RJ Bishop for the incident with Seth Cole. And that was it. So that makes you wonder. Just saying that Emmanuel Hardnett cannot become champion anymore because there are so many cars out. Now, due to 3 cars retiring, Joseph Brummer, the worst he can finish is 39th. And for that he will get 5 points. So 5 points. Remember that. Because what I'm thinking, Devin Roberts is 43 points behind Joseph Brummer, so Joseph Brummer can get 5 points. That will put him in with 122 points. Then if Devin Roberts 122, if Devin Roberts wins the race, he will get 121 points. So that's also 1 point short. So also Devin Roberts cannot become champion anymore. So that's a shame for the Brit, part of Joshua Michaels' Chaos Racing team, or whatever the name currently is. I don't know. So that means we got 17 championship contenders. Well, 17 championship contenders. Aiden Shepard has retired. Blaine Keys has retired. And also 59 of Zachary Fitzwater has retired. So there's 3 less drivers. It means we got, after 10 laps, what is it? How many minutes of racing? Well, let's say around 10 minutes of racing. We have lost 5 of the 19 championship contenders. And that's how fast things can go. So things looking better and better for, well, not really Joseph Brummer, but more Joseph Onesto, who is currently in 5th. And looking for his first championship. That would be quite amazing. RJ Bishop as well. Chris Dodd is a little bit further behind. Chris Dollerton as well. So going through the top 10 again. Anna Gregg in the lead. 2nd place before Benoit Lothaire-Irvine. So that's good news for the Frenchman. Then we got Emmanuel Hardnett. Of course, he's out of championship contention. But what he can do is win this race. Then he also gets a reserve spot. So all out for the win for him now. Rita Sigrid currently in 4th place. Joseph Onesto in 5th. Kyle Martins is in 6th place. 7th is this battle between, no not, 7th is Jane Pinter in number 27 car. That's good news because he's dead last in points with only 16 points he has gotten this season. Just to mention how he finished 2 times 41st and 1 time in 34th. 34th, that is his best result this season. So 8th place is currently the 85 car of Gideon Giers right here. 9th we got the number 69 car of Skylar Fleming, and in 10th place is this battle between the number 1 car of Max Claudel and the number 33 car of Joshua Michaels. So that is your top 10, and the battle is still continuing between a couple of drivers. Joseph Onesto looking to take 5th place away. No, the other way around. Kyle Martins looking to take 5th place away from Joseph Onesto, as we also had a pass over for 3rd place because Rita Seegers has moved up to 3rd. So that's good news. And something that reminds me, you know, the winner of this race in the Martini Endurance Series season number 2 was Anna Gregg. And guess who's leading? Anna Gregg. So she proves that, actually I'm not sure if she was the winner in that race. Yeah, she was the winner in that race. So proves to be a good racetrack for her. In these cars at least. I'm not sure how she did in Phillips Cup Series. Can't remember that. Also something to mention. Temperatures are very warm, hot, very high over in the Netherlands. It's around, I'm not sure how it is. Well, because I'm upstairs and the temperatures are here around 5 to 10 degrees higher than outside. Outside is, I think, is already between 25-30 degrees Celsius. So guess it's somewhere between 30 and 35 degrees Celsius over here, which is more than 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So yes, it is warm over here. So we're still going to take a couple of those breaks like we always do. Not only because the heat and food and drink and all that kind of stuff, but also because we have to save the audio. So oh, a little bit of contact between the 1 and the 33 car. That's always dangerous. And especially in that turn, we've seen multiple cars crash as Gideon Giers in number 85 car comes on pit road. So not sure if this is an unplanned pit stop or not for the number 85 car. Giving up a, well, not sure where he was, but he was pretty good. Oh, actually, Gideon Giers is now currently scored in 25th position. That's kind of weird. Well, that's because that's how many cars already went by probably before we crossed the start-finish line. So Gideon Giers with a pit stop and going out again. Seems like it was a planned pit stop. Makes you wonder when the others are also gonna come in. I gotta say, after 10 minutes or 15 minutes possibly, that's quite, well, that's pretty short. So I'm not sure if it really was a planned pit stop. So there's your leader, Anna Gregg, in the number 2 car with Benoit Lothaire-Irvine right behind her. So pretty single file all around here so far. But the action is gonna come when the pit stops are coming, or when somebody goes off track and everything goes nuts again. That's also possible. Oh, we got car going off and we got somebody going on pit road as well. RJ Bishop is next on pit road, so RJ Bishop in that number, what is it? Comes on pit road there. A little bit of move going on between, or battle going on between Nicole Chanwich and the 48 car of Cody Smart. But the 3 wide battle over here as well. And well, everybody is pretty tense. They know that they have that it's a long race, so that's also why, well, they're taking it a little bit easier. Some drivers are, at least, and the other ones are just very aggressive already. So RJ Bishop comes out behind the 85 car, so also something we're gonna have to watch, how is pit strategy going to play out. So Gideon Geertsen, number 85 car, in front of RJ Bishop. Still early in the race, very early in the race though. So Anna Gregg coming out of the last turn, continues her way. Top 3, oh, actually, yeah, okay. So, oh, John Cittadino almost went off track over there, and he is a lap down indeed. So, well, have battle which is with a lap car for the number 96 car of Skylar Fleming, that is. Trying to get by the number 27 car. Close the gap then to the number 27. 39 car, by the way, not whatever. Okay. Oh, that's a little bit wide for the number 19 car, but she keeps it on track. This is the spot where we've seen a couple of cars go off before, so yeah. Oh, we got more cars on pit road, and I'm not sure if that is planned, especially not for the 9 car. Oh, and Son, of course, it seems like she has some damage, maybe. Oh, we're gonna rewind. I thought there was something happened over here. I'm not sure though. No. Okay, it wasn't just an ordinary pit stop, so that's good. At least it was an ordinary pit stop for the number 13 car. No, it was not an ordinary pit stop for Joseph Brummer. And we're rewinding. Did he go off all by himself? Here went a little bit wide. Then going into this turn. Ah, he just loses control of his car. It just spins around on him. And he will go onto the gravel, into the wall possibly. No, not yet. Well, there he goes into the wall. So then he has to be retraced from the gravel trap. So, well, bad race, going even worse for Joseph Brummer. Tough break for him. That makes you wonder. Well, with it being a points leader, 14 points over Joseph Nestor, who is in the top 5 still. I know it's a long race, but well, I'm guessing that he's already 2 laps behind. Oh, we did have incidents. Son, of course, has retired together with Debbie Myers. That's interesting. That must have happened on pit. Well, did she retire on pit road? Ah, she did retire on pit road. I knew something happened over there. So, rewinding. I'm not sure where it happened though. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness, there it went. Oh, I thought for a moment that was Denise Steiner also involved. Oh, and we had double flip. Ah, we had a double flip. Interesting. Flip count continues. It's currently at 21 after a crazy Nürburgring race. But there contact between Debbie Myers and Son, of course, that's gonna get them off track. Whammo into the wall. And indeed, Debbie Myers goes up on her roof. She is on probation, but this was not her fault. We will take another look at it as well. So 2 flips we have. My goodness, I did not see that coming. About the phone I'm talking. So another look at this. Yeah, there's contact from behind between Son, of course, and Debbie Myers, the 2 teammates, well, taking each other out. So, well, at least Son, of course, taking herself and her teammate out. So that's not good. Let's go on board over here with Debbie Myers. There we go. Thank you very much. Contact here. So there was nothing she could do. Ouch. Except for brace herself. So that's a big crash for her. And she did make it back around. So that's quite impressive. However, Son, of course, she also made it back around. Both have retired. So, game over for the two Appius. And my computer is going to screensaver. Ooh, nice A380 of Singapore Airlines. Oh, and then Chris Donnerton was involved as well. Yeah, Chris Donnerton drove into the side of Sonny Course, so nothing he could really do about it. Well, maybe he could avoid it. And also there, oh my goodness, they just kept continuing. Oh, now the third AP is involved. Okay. So Elba Wanley then drove into Debbie Myers. And soon Denise Steinauer, of which I'm talking the third AP, will drive into Debbie Myers as well. So, well, that was it for this incident. 2 cars out the race, 2 cars involved. Well, 5 cars involved, 2 cars flipped over. So that means, so we currently take a look at, is the 13 car still driving? Yeah, he's there, okay. So there is the number 13 car, who is currently 5 laps down, but he is still racing. So that's good news for Emmanuel Hartnett, as we got a whole ton of cars coming on pit road now. We got a whole ton of cars coming pit road, including the leader. Oh, and Joseph Brummer just went for a crash together with the number 20 car and the 3 car as well involved. So cars crashing onto the front stretch while the leaders are on pit road. We'll have to take a look at that in a few moments. Anna Gregg first to leave pit road, and nothing else has really changed over there. So okay. Well, this is always something where I race myself. This went wrong in the Phillips Cup Series race between the leaders getting together and crashing out. So, well, that was interesting. So, Megan Atkins, the number 20 car, also on pit road, probably, if she has not retired already. I'm not sure if she, or maybe she's still driving around, because something happened between, once again, Joseph Brummer and that number 13 car, who's had a troublesome race. Let's take a look at what happens over here. Okay, so it was after this. He's very, very slow. So, oh, was it the 3 car who turned around Megan Atkins? Question mark. No, it was not. It was the 20 car who blew up. So the 20 car just blew up, went to the inside, slammed into the number 13 car. And then Chris Dodd was the innocent bystander, so, well, that's good news for Chris Dodd. Nothing he could do about this. And then he does go for a spin over here. But that was a spin in, well, respect of the number 20 cars. No. But Megan Atkins blew up, and that's gonna take her out the race. There was nothing anybody could do about it, not even Megan Atkins. The thing that she could do something about, well, I know it's a difficult situation. You got 1 car right behind you, trying to get away from the racing line. There's somebody, so she should have seen Joseph Brummer. Once again, innocent in this deal. But Megan Atkins, well, I'm not sure if she's out of the race, but yeah, she's now out of the race. So that's another driver who has retired. So that means that we got 6 cars out of this race. Well, that makes you wonder. Things are getting interesting over here concerning points. Now the 2 car is still up front. We're going to take a look at the top 10 in points. Or in the race, we got actually we got a 1 car up front. Is that still true? No, I'm not sure. We're gonna have to wait till Anna Gregg crosses the line, because I think Anna Gregg has taken over the lead. Because the 01 and the 07 car have pitted. And yes, indeed, Anna Gregg is up front again. Second place then for the number 87 car of Benoit Terravine, so nothing has changed over there. Third is a very exciting battle between Reed the Secret, the number 12 car of Kyle Martins, who's made up quite some ground, and the 62 of Joseph Onesto. So somebody fell back a little bit. The 07 car, I'm thinking of Emmanuel Hartnett, I'm not sure where he is. There is currently in 6th place the 85 car of Gideon Giegers from Monaco. There's the 07 car. So a little bit of different pit stop strategy. giving him 7th place, Emmanuel Hartnett. 8th then is the number 69 car, who went off track over there, but that's no problem, everybody does that, of Skylar Fleming. And 9th we got this battle between Mitch Bretz in the 44 and right in front of him the 21 car of Martha Constantina. So nothing really has changed a whole lot. This is a great battle to watch though, so we're gonna focus on this for a moment while I look at where Joseph Brammer is gonna end up. He's gonna end up in 36th position, which is going to get him, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. So 170 plus 8 points means he's gonna be with 125 points. Now Jeffrey Finguy and Anna Gregg were the next on the list. If they would win this race, 125, remember that, they would stay at 124. So also Anna Gregg and Jeffrey Finguy have been eliminated out of this championship battle, simply because even if they would win this race, Joseph Brammer would not be worse than 36th unless he retires now. There he is. So he still has to pass the number 20 car. If he crashes out in this turn, then they can still win this championship. But then they must win, so either one of the two will have to win. Could win this championship then they will be tied, and yeah, then we have to take a look at second place. So I'm not gonna dub about that now, just waiting for the end of the race, then we can see if there are any tiebreakers and who would win the tiebreakers. So we're gonna have a break in a couple of moments as well, so I'm just waiting for Joseph Brammer. So nothing is gonna change for him. Nothing else has happened, most likely. Of course, once again, we cannot catch every single crash. We're gonna do our best to catch the most crashes, and of course the most important ones we're gonna catch. So Debbie Myers has retired from the race, also not able to win this championship. Let's see who else. Oh, nobody else. So that means that we got just a few championship contenders left, and I'm guessing that's no, it's gonna be a short while. 21 car either has made a pit stop or has made a pit stop. Okay, that's good. So Seth Cole is on pit road there. The 85 car is on pit road as well. So just ordinary planned pit stops for them. They came on pit road earlier, so that's the reason why they pit a little bit later than the rest. Pretty logical, but they're not really playing a big role in this race as of yet. Maybe that will come towards the end, but for now it is not the case. So Joseph Brammer still in 37th position, so he will have to survive for one more lap before he can eliminate Anna Gregg, who is, by the way, your leader and previous race winner at this racetrack. So we know that she can win this race. She has a pretty good chance of winning this race. And well, if Joseph Brammer doesn't finish in 36 or better, he could lose this championship still. So, and that's also not even to mention Joseph Ness, who's running in the top 5, RJ Bishop, who's running in the top 10. Well, and the other ones who still have a chance at this championship, like Kyle Martins as well. So everything is still possible in this race, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna take a short break, and after that we will be back again with the continuation of this race at Willow Springs, the last race of this championship, the Martini Endurance Series season number 3. We will be right back, so stay tuned. And we are back again here at Willow Springs for the last race, the Martini Endurance Series Season 3. So in the lead, number 2 car of Anna Gregg, with the points leader right in front of her, the number 13 car of Joseph Brammer, but that is indeed 5 laps down. Or is it 4 laps? It could be 4 laps down. So it will be 5 laps soon. Joseph Brammer though has passed Megan Atkins in the number 20 car, so it means that Anna Gregg officially cannot become champion anymore. So if she wants to have a reserve spot, well, she has already won, but well, for the honor of this race she will have to win, because being a champion is not able anymore for her. And that's the same story for Jeffrey Finguy in number 18 car, so he also has to win if he wants to have a reserve spot which I think he also has already. So I will check it pretty quickly though. Anyways, we'll go through the top 10 first. We got the number 2 car of Anna Greg in the lead. Second place is Benoit Ravine. Third place, Joseph Ernesto, looking for a championship because he is currently in the points lead. So that's a good thing. He's second in points, 14 points behind Joseph Brummer. And he is, well, far in front of Joseph Brummer, who is 4 laps down and running in 36th position. So fourth place is Kyle Martins in the number 12 car. Also has a possibility still to win the championship. Fifth place is the 01 car of Rita Secret, and in 6th we got Emmanuel Hartnett in the 07 car. Then in 7th we got Gideon Giggers in the number 85 car. 8th place Skylar Fleming in the 69. 9th we got number 1 of Max Claudel, and Nicole Chernovich is currently in 10th place. So here we got a great battle, by the way. As I'm looking up the reserve spot list, because I think both Anna Greg, well, and I'll check it. I will just check it. Anna Greg has a reserve spot for being the season 2 Willow Springs winner. Oh, I'm also put that on. Okay, cool. So Jeffrey Finguy doesn't have a reserve spot yet. So, that means Jeffrey Finguy, if he wants to have a reserve spot, he will have to win this race. I don't think he's participating in the Dascar Rally Championship. So, well, he's going to make cars. I know that for sure. So the only problem is that he doesn't have a reserve spot. So that's gonna be a little bit of an issue for him. So, well, where is he currently? Just looking. He's currently in 11th position. So he still has a chance to win this race. So that's good for him. Who does have a chance to win this championship? I'm going to tell you right here. We got Joseph Brummer, of course, points leader. Joseph Nesto, still. RJ Bishop and Chris Dodds, also. Chris Dollarton as well, who's, I also look at where they are currently. We know where Joseph Nesto is. He's currently 3rd. And that's going to be 2nd pretty soon because he has a very fast race car. RJ Bishop, let's see, RJ Bishop, he also has a few issues, but he used to be much further up front, so well, now I can't find him anymore. 17th place. Okay, so that's pretty decent. So he just has to hope that Joseph Nesto can have a few problems. So also Chris Dodd currently in number 3 car is in 24th place, so that's also pretty decent. Still lingering right there. The 17 car of Chris Darlington is in 27th position. Nicole Chernovich in number 19. She is currently running in 10th place. That's also pretty good. She's 30 points behind Joseph Brummer, but 16 points behind Joseph Ernesto. So she will have to do everything she can to win this championship. Cody Smart in number 48 car. He is currently in 18th position, so that's also still pretty decent. William Brock in number 80 car, he has had issues and he's in 33rd, so that's not good for him. Championship, possibilities are not looking very great for him. Martha Constantina is in 31st, same story for her. So Kyle Martins though is currently in 4th place. However, behind Joseph Nesto, he's 21 points behind Joseph Nesto. That's also pretty far still. So we'll see what he can do. Then we got John Ciudino, who's had a bad race as well. He's 1 lap down, and 69 car has retired. Ooh, Skylar Fleming has had an issue and he has retired. So first off, John Ciudino is in 35th place. We're gonna take a look at what happened to that number 69 car. Did he go off track himself? I guess so. Question is where. Oh, there we go. This is exactly the same thing as what happened to a couple of drivers last season, season number 2, as I'm talking about. Running a bit too wide in this turn, going on the grass, and then, well, before you know it, you are gonna go too far on the grass, and you're gonna go into the barrier. That's also what happened to Emmanuel Hartnett in number 30 car while he was leading. It happened to Joshua Michaels, just 2 I can remember. There are 4 or 5 more. So Skylar Fleming is the first one off today, and it's a big one for him as well. Barrel rolling, and his chances of getting. I'm wondering. I'm going to keep the file open with the reserve spots. I thought Skylar Fleming did have a reserve spot. Yeah, of course he has a reserve spot. He is the Red Bull Knockout Series season number 4 champ, so he already has a reserve spot. No championship though in this series, and also no victory in this series. So he does continue his way. And that's also pretty surprising. We're gonna go on board with him after this big barrel roll. And I'm going to tell you that he is not going to be the last one this race. He's absolutely not going to be the last one to do this in this race. Oh boy. Flips over 5 or 6 times, I don't even know how many times. He's just gonna go continue his way, I think. I think he did drive it on his own power onto pit lane, yes he does. So too much damage to his car though, and he's out of the race. So that's a shame for Mr. Fleming, and that means that one more driver has been eliminated from the list, so of which Joseph Brummer can finish behind. This is also a battle, but it's between one lapped car and a leader, so not very interesting. This battle is very interesting though, and the 12th car has lost a little bit of ground on Joseph Ernesto now. So Joseph Ernesto is still pretty close behind the 87 car, and the gap was almost 0.9 seconds. It is currently 0.5 seconds, so that's closer, even less than that. So that's very interesting. Gideon Giggers has been passed by multiple drivers. Gideon Giggers is on pit road, I guess. Then, yeah, there he is. So, yeah, he was one of the first drivers to pit together with RJ Bishop. So it means we got another pit stop cycle once again, and that is after 14 minutes. So this time it was a little bit longer. So it looked like these guys are just going to have the pit stop cycle with every half an hour plus 10 minutes. So means around the 10 minute mark, the 40 minute mark, close. Then the 1 hour and 10 minute mark, the 1 hour 40 minute mark. In that way they are certain that they're going to make it. That means also that after this pit stop they will have to make 3 more pit stops at 110, at 140 and at 210. No, 240 as well, of course, obviously. So 4 more pit stops for RJ Bishop and for Gideon Giggers. And we're wondering where he's gonna end up. He was in 6th or 7th position. So, well, these guys, before they will pit, it will be a little bit longer. They continue for 3 or 4 more laps, maybe even more than that, before they came on pit road. There is Jeffrey Finguy in number 18 car, looking for a spot in the Phillips Cup Series. And even if he doesn't get in the Phillips Cup Series, or if he doesn't get a reserve spot, I'm pretty positive that he's going to get, that he's going to somehow make it in the Phillips Cup Series. So he also follows Dascar on Facebook, so that's also a big advantage, because I will upload when I upload the signups for everybody who doesn't have a reserve spot, I will first put the link on Facebook for a few hours, maybe even for a day, and after that I will open it up to the public. So if you haven't liked Dascar Dascar page on Facebook yet, I would strongly suggest that you do, because in that way it's easier to it's easier to follow information, and secondly it's easier to get in the series. So, and not only my series, of course, also Joseph Ernesto. Well, he doesn't really post a whole lot on it anymore. John Cittadino does, Joshua Michaels, as well as James Pinter. So they all post information on the Facebook page. So very useful to get information on there. This is always something I'm a little bit more afraid of this time, after the incidents in the Phillips Cup Series where one came out of pit road. I'm not sure who it was. It was involving Zachary Brown or Jackson Brown, sorry, and I don't know who else was involved actually, to be honest. So, but eventually one came out of pit road and the other one went straight into him. Both retired from the race. Another one was also involved, so that eventually the person who was third in the race won the race. I don't even know who it was, to be honest. So it was a quite interesting race slash crash. And something we see more often, that those kind of moments eventually decide who will win the race. Also, last race at Kyalami in this series. I'm not gonna say a whole lot about it anymore. You probably will have known what happened. So Manuel Hardnet, of course, he's still, as well, just as Jeffrey Finga, cannot win this championship anymore, so he's gonna have to go for a victory. And I don't think he has a reserve spot as well. No, indeed. So if he wants to get in the Phillips Cup Series, which I'm pretty sure he will, he also has a chance in the Dascar Rally Championship. Ooh, goes a little bit wide over there. Number 54 car of Gabriel Wanderley. A little bit wide for the Brazilian. But, well, he stays on track. And he has made a pit stop. Sorry about that. And for not warning you. I felt it coming at the last moment. But Gabriel Wanderley, I don't know even what he has already made a pit stop. So he's just waiting for everybody else to make a pit stop. He is a lap down. But that's obvious because if you have made a pit stop and then all the others have not. So this battle, Seth Cole is also lap down, by the way. So he is right in front of Benoit Ravine. So kind of wondering if that could have an influence on Benoit Ravine. And at that moment he comes on pit road. So early stuff for the number 87 car. Trying out strategy. That's interesting. Trying to get closer to the number 2 car, run away from the number 62, and obviously Joseph Vanessa did the right thing. Ooh, as Gideon Gigas is once again on pit road, and I'm not sure if this is a planned pit stop. I don't think so. First, let's take a look at the number 87 car. Their left side, or no, right sides go on, left sides have already been put on his car, and then he goes away. So Gideon Gigas on pit road, of course. Also Joseph Brummer is on pit road, Cody Smart, and Gideon Gigas has had an issue. Oh, I already feel it coming. Is it this? Yes it is. Oh no, there goes Gideon Gigas. I told you, I told you that Skylar Fleming wasn't going to be the first one. No, he's not gonna be the first one because Gideon Gigas is the next one. So that's also championship over for Gideon Gigas, and that's a tough break for him. Tough break. He didn't have a very good season. So, well, hoping to see him back again. Of course, Skylar Fleming as well. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be back soon. And everybody who has retired already, yeah, the season is over for you. So I hope I will see you back again, either in the Dascar Rally Championship, of course, if it's still going. So some are in there, some are not. But also we still have a Dascar Red Bull Knockout Series to come. And of course the Phillips Cup Series. So looking forward to those things. And hopefully I'll see you back in those series. Or either one of the two. And that's a pretty big flip, gotta say, for Gideon Gigas. You know, well, let's go on board with him. Why not? So just came on pit road, got some new tires, and eventually then this happens. The tires, well, left him alone to die and try. There he goes. Gideon Gigas out of this race, but still on pit road, and I'm kind of surprised if he wouldn't come on pit road. I haven't missed pit stops. Oh no, but Joshua Michaels, save it! Oh, he saved it. That's good news. But some drivers made more pit stops, so there is Joseph Ernesto battling with the number 87 car. He pitted, and number 2 car, I'm not sure. I don't think the 2 car has pitted yet, so everybody has pitted except for Anna Gregg. Now that's an interesting strategy, and also very interesting for Gideon Gigas, who has passed Joseph Ernesto again. I'm not sure if she was in front of him when Joseph came out of pit road, but this is an interesting strategy. Anna Gregg, is she on pit road now? Yes, she is, and she's gone. Where is Benoit Lervine? And I might have said Gideon Gears a couple of times, sorry about that, but Anna Gregg is gone and far away from everybody else. The striking thing is that now the 01 car Rita Secret is in 4th place. That's interesting. And of course, oh yeah, somebody I want to watch was Gideon Giggers, but he's out to race, so I don't have to keep an eye on him anymore. There we got the number 18 car of Jeffrey Finguy, and Mr. Finguy is in top 10. And he scored behind the number 21 car. I'm not sure where 21 car is though. So it could be that he's even up to 9th place. So I'm not sure. Oh, there he is. So that would mean that these guys are a lap down. No, Jeffrey Finguy has been passed, so he's not in the top 10 anymore. This is a great battle though. The 01 car has been passed by the 07, so that means Emmanuel Harnett has gone to 4th place again in front of Rita Secret. Then here we got some more battles going on. And top 10 is shaken up quite a bit. Ooh, we got somebody else on pit road, and that's the 71 car of Logan Claudel. And it seems like Logan's Claudel bad season has gone even worse for him, as he also crashed out. And the question is, was it in that treacherous turn again? Or not? There he goes. I already have a feeling it is. So, there he goes. No, it doesn't. It's not. It's not. Okay, so not a treacherous turn. Okay. Then where else? Last turn. There's also a little bit of treacherous turn. This one? No, it just comes on pit road. Did he get body slammed then by somebody else when he came out of pit road? That could be possible. Or did he crash now? Oh, I went way too far back, huh? I guess I went way too far back. Ah, there he goes. Ah, yeah. Expected. And, ooh. Logan Claudel is the 3rd one of today. And it seems like nothing has changed at this racetrack. So, tough break for number 71, Logan Claudel. Starburst car, by the way, has been made for the Phillips Cup Series as well, but then a little bit different. So let's go on board with him. He already had a pretty lousy day slash season, and it's not gonna be better. So I guess he just has to go in the Red Bull Knockout Series again, where he was very, very good. So Logan Claudel in the number 71 car, that is raced over. So then, he is on pit road. Multiple cars are still on pit road. Also number 40 car, but that is a planned pit stop for Mitch Pratt. Where is our leader? As we'll go through the top 10. We got, by the way, a lead change. Oh no, a 2nd place change. Joseph Ernesto has made it by Benoit Lervine. That's interesting, and that's good for Joseph Ernesto's points thing. By the way, I gotta calculate in a couple of moments. The 71 car has retired, and the 85 car as well. The 69 car has already retired, and somebody went into the wall over there, and it must have been the number 69, no 36 of Wade Brummer, together with championship contender Chris Dollerton. He was not the only one. Okay, so Chris Dollerton already went off. That's interesting. Together with Wade Brummer. So the two coming into the last turn. Shows a little bit of a treacherous turn. Okay. Well, pretty obvious whose fault this is. Wade Brummer just drove straight into the number 17 car. And into the wall pretty hard there. I'm not sure if he's going to take out Chris Dollerton off the race, but well, Wade Brummer, well, his rear wing is completely smashed. Now he will get hit, I think. Yes, there indeed, by the 54 of Gabriel Wanley, who was looking for a way to go by, but nowhere for him to go. Whoa, and then John Cittadino came by. Luckily nobody else came by. Oh, John Cittadino hits the pit wall then after Wade Brummer. Well, you're making a mess of it, Wade. Goodness gracious. Let's take another look at this. Okay, so we are gonna go onward with Mr. Brummer. There we go. Contact mate, right there. Going sideways, bang into the wall. Spinning, spinning, spinning. I spin my head right round. Now in the back, here comes the number 54 car. Look to the inside. Oh, damn it. Oh, okay. So that's second time into the wall. Then he comes back again onto the racetrack. Together with Gabriel Wanley. Here comes John Cittadino. Tries to go towards the inside on pit road. And there he goes around. Bam. John Cittadino goes into the pit wall. And Wade Brummer out. So, looking at Wade Brummer, he was on the list. So, well, for now it will just be a warning. If he causes another incident, yeah, that could be a little bit of an issue for him. So, of course, we're still looking at the previous race. I know it's a little bit difficult to do that. But the point is, Joseph Brummer doesn't really matter for him. Anyways, he's 41st in points, so doesn't have to be a whole lot afraid of that. 71 car has retired, indeed. The 13 car has passed 85 of Gideon Giegers. So, waiting for him to pass the number 71 car of Logan Claudel. I don't think anybody else is out to race. John Cittadino is on pit road, so he might retire as well. So, tough break for him. There, by the way, is Inge Lombliana. She is currently running in 15th position. That's pretty cool. John Cittadino is continuing his run. And now we're all settled. There's the 13 car. When he crosses the line, I'm wondering if he passes his 71 car. We'll have to wait and see. It's very, very, very warm over here. And yes, he does. So, somebody else is on pit road. And that's the 07 car. Oh, and that is an incident for Emmanuel Hardnett. Is it the same turn as the one that bit him the previous time? Oh boy. Oh boy. Emmanuel Hardnett, I'm pretty sure he's gonna hate this racetrack because it is exactly the same points as where he went off while leading the previous race. Oh my goodness. Well, of all the people that went off in this turn, the only one I could really remember was Emmanuel Hardnett, and that was simply because he just took the lead. He had the fastest car on the racetrack, and then this happened. Exactly the same thing as now, except for that now he was in 4th position, not in the lead, still top 5 though. Oh boy, that's heartbreaking. Yes indeed, that is flip number 27 of the season. Incredible. And it's game over for Emmanuel Hardnett. Well, that's all I can make of it. Unfortunately, it's game over for Emmanuel Hardnett, making Joseph Brummer move up another spot soon, unless he crashes in the next 5 laps. So, he's currently in 33rd position. That would give him 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points. Just going to do the calculations. So 128 points is where he's going to end up. Now, the next driver on the list who could win this championship was John Cittadino. And if he wins this race, he would end up with 127 points. So that means that also John Cittadino has been eliminated from winning this championship, because even if he wins this race, which is already pretty unlikely, and he cannot even pass Joseph Brummer if he crashes out right now. So yeah, and I gotta say, for Kyle Martins is also gonna be nerve-wracking because Emmanuel Hardnett has crashed out now. Joseph Brummer is gonna be tied with him. So that means that even if the number 12 car of Kyle Martins wins this race, he's gonna be tied with Joseph Brummer if he crashes out right now. So, or at least after passing the 07 car. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We only have a few more championship contenders, so things are looking, well, more and more like it's gonna be either Joseph Nesto, Joseph Brummer, RJ Bishop, Chris Dodd, or Chris Dollerton who wins this championship, because the other ones are pretty far behind. And the next one to be eliminated is indeed Kyle Martin. After that, pretty soon, will be Martha Constantina, who's 33 points behind Dollerton. No, Brummer, and we got a fantastic battle going on between second and third. Look at this. Second and third make that first and second. Where did Anna Gregg go? Anna Gregg in the number 2 car is gone. And she is off track. The leader has crashed out. Once again the leader has crashed out. What happened to Anna Gregg? I'm gonna say, I'm already expecting it to be the same thing as what happened to the guy right behind her. Oh my goodness, Anna Gregg, the winner of this race 1 season ago, the leader of most laps, is out of the race. Once again this track has bit the leader of the race. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it? Look at how high that car went. So that's a tough break for Anna Gregg. She has led for 1 hour for exactly 45 laps. Well, 44 that is. And it's all over now. She has not led for exactly 44 laps due to pit stops, but because after those pit stops she was, well, you know what I'm going to say. So Anna Gregg, oh man, can you imagine this happening? Exactly the same thing as what happened to Emmanuel Hardnett a season ago, and a few moments ago happened to Anna Gregg while leading. The dominating car of this race is out to race, ladies and gentlemen, and that's a tough break, and that's gonna make this race interesting, because this will be the battle for the lead as of now. And it also proves that everything is still possible. Wow. Wow. So, 87 car of Benoit Lothaire Ravine is currently your leader, looking for a reserve spot in the Philips Cup Series. And the guy behind him, Joseph Nesto, is looking for a championship. We got a battle for 5th place going on between Max Claudel, who's fought his way all the way into the top 5. Impressive job by him. And even top 4 now, as he moves by the 12th car of Kyle Martins, who is still looking for a championship / race victory, because the championship is gonna be difficult for him. My goodness. Well, 6th then will be 19 car of Nicole Trenowich. 7th will be 33 of Joshua Michaels. Jeffrey Finguy is in 8th. 9th is the number 4 car of John Arndt, somebody who we haven't actually talked about the whole race long, but he is the leader also in the Dascar Rally Championship, so that's good news for him. He has a chance of winning that championship, but he also has a chance of winning this race still, as long as he doesn't crash. But of course, everything is still possible. 43 car is currently in 10th. Devin Roberts, also mentioned him before or early in the race. 18th points, had a chance of winning this championship. Not anymore due to, well, circumstances that's with Joseph Brummer and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. That I know for sure. Who is going to win this race and who is going to win this championship? Championship contenders: Joseph Brummer, Joseph Nesto. Oh, we got a lot of okay. We got Joseph Brummer, Joseph Nesto, then we got Chris Dodd and Chris Dollerton. Of course, RJ Bishop, Nicole Trenowich, Cody Smart. We got William Brock, Martha Constantina, and Kyle Martins. Those are the championship contenders as of now. So we started off with 19. We already seen 9 of the 19 championship contenders not be able to win this championship anymore after only 1 hour of racing. So yeah, we're live. That's good news. So number 2, Anna Gregg has retired in 30th position, but she will drop, well, through the first now, she will drop to 32nd position, will not be better than that. So no victory for her anymore. and no championship for her anymore. Actually, I'm looking at where she was already 16th. Okay, so championship for her wasn't even possible anyways. Well, it was when she started this race. So pit stop for the 54 car. That is also a second or third pit stop, I think, already for Gabriel Wanderley. And is it the planned one? It doesn't seem like it's really a planned one. Of course, had the incident with Wade Brummer. But was that everything? Yeah, it was everything, I guess. He's running again. So there's Archbishop, and he's coming on pit road as well. So that means the third pit stop cycle is gonna start pretty soon again. Remember, Archbishop came in together with Gideon Giegers. Giegers crashed out. Bishop's still alive, and he is going to make his pit stop now. While he was in, I don't know what position, but well, he scored a lap down now probably. Well, not yet. 17th place, so yeah, it's not really the race that he has hope for, especially now because Joseph Nesto is currently in second place, and he's only 1 point behind Joseph Nesto. So the good thing for him is that the race is still long. A lot can happen, and as long as you stay on the racetrack, well, everything is still possible. There's the 80 car. Actually, he didn't pit together with Gideon Giegers. I think he pitted together with... No, it was Gideon Giegers. Never mind. William Brock going around the outside. That is dangerous. We've seen that go wrong many, many times this race. But at least William Brock can make it happen. So it's just... Actually, it's the same thing as what happened to Simon Pagenaud in this IndyCar race at Pocono. He just slid up the racetrack. Well, if you do that in that turn, you're dead. So pretty much something you don't want to do. So Giegers in number 87 car. No, not. Benoit Ravine in the number 87 car. Currently your leader. And that's good news for him. This Petronas car has been made in for the Phillips Cup Series as well. Number 87 car. Looks a little bit different. Still somehow the same. It's a Lexus and it looks fabulous in my opinion. So I really did my best with it, and I think it worked out fantastically. So, if you want to see it, I'll probably post some pictures of new Phillips Cup Series cars in the Dascar group as well, on the Dascar Facebook page. So, then the question is gonna be, when does Benoit Ravine have to pit? He pitted earlier than Joseph Nesto, so, and everybody else, of course, also still has to pit. But I think Benoit Ravine might be coming in this lap or the next lap. So battle going on between Max Claudel and Rita Segrist. Somebody who's really creeping up through the field is that number 1 car of Max Claudel. Max also, I think he won the last race in the Phillips Cup Series, but he doesn't have a reserve spot yet. So that's gonna be interesting to see what will happen. But he is currently running in 4th place. He's very, very close to the rest. He's only 1.3 seconds behind Joseph Nesto. He can really see him. And he's 4.8 seconds behind the leader. So if he has the fastest lap times of the top 4. The only one who's faster in top 5 is Kyle Martins, who's right behind him and also closing the gap. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting battle for that lead and for that win as well. So that's fun. We're gonna, of course, 1 hour into the race, a lot is still possible, still 2 hours to go. But we're gonna focus a little bit more on those times, as we got the 2 leaders coming in, and 3rd, 4th, and 5th are all continuing. Now the question will be, how will this play out for Rita Segrist and Max Claudel, and especially Max Claudel, because Claudel is gonna take over the lead from Rita Segrist in just a couple of moments. At least that's what he's trying to do. Now look at the pit stops. Are there only 2 cars on pit road? Only 2 cars. The top 2 is are the only ones who come on pit road. So pretty sure that Benoit Ravine is gonna end up in front of Joseph Nesto. Probably gonna leave at the same time. Yes, indeed. Synchronized leaving the pit lane. Look out for the number 54 car. And that is good and settled. So they're currently 21 car was in 14th position, so they came back in 12th and 13th. Not that important though, because everybody else still has to pit. Saying that, is that true? Yeah, I think it's true. So now we're just waiting on as their Wade Burmer in number 36 car with all his damages. There, John Cittadino. Without out of championship contention, out of race victory contention. Well, of course, for him doesn't really matter. He has obviously has a reserve spot being a Dascar president, Dascar Regional Pro Cup Series president. One of the great series, one of the many great series here in Dascar, and he's one of the great presidents in Dascar. So we're waiting for. Oh, there we got, of course, the two leaders. Where are the other leaders? Nobody else is coming in. When are they coming? Here we got the real leader now, which is, yeah, the real leader. We got sort of like a virtual leader and a real leader. Virtual leader is Benoit Ravine, and the real leader is this number 01 car of Rita Sigrid, the Finnish race car driver. But still, we gotta say, a lot of Americans eventually are showing great. We got a lot of foreigners in this deal, but eventually it are really the Americans who have stepped it up. The races have all been won by Americans. Joseph Brummer, Aiden Shepard, and Blaine Keys as 3rd, 4th, and 5th are all coming in now. In the top 5 in points, 4 are Americans. In the top 10 in points, I think 8 are Americans. So the foreigners haven't really shown a whole lot this season, but that will hopefully come. Now the question is, we're gonna have to wait and wait for Benoit Ravine. Will they come in front of Benoit Ravine or behind? I'm expecting behind. Oh, contact between Joseph Brummer and Max Claudel. There is the number 87 car, waiting for the number 62. Close, and Rita Sigrid still side by side with Joseph Onesto. That is for 2nd place. On the outside, the warmer tires are for the 62, but the fresher tires are for the 01. So, coming out of the treacherous turn, Rita Sigrid side by side with Joseph Onesto, and she's gonna have to yield. So Joseph Onesto takes over 2nd place again, but Rita Sigrid had a fantastic pit stop, I would say, over there. And there we got the number 1 car, who's currently in 4th place. Nicole Trenowich spins around, and the 12 car follows. 2 cars spinning around, and that's gonna cost the number 12 of Kalmar a couple of positions. Has lost position to both John Arndt as well as Joshua Michaels, and maybe even more. So I'm wondering if that 21 car has probably not pitted yet, but she's pretty fast. She has passed the 01 car, but when will Martha Constantina have to pit? We got more cars on pit road. Jeffrey Finguy is one of them, leading car in this group. And there we got also Albert Wanderley. We got the 43 of Devin Roberts. We got the 98 car of Henry Williams, of which we haven't talked about. Chris Dodd also on pit road. Nobody else has retired. So after these pit stops, we're gonna go back to pit stops are over. So it means after the pit stop cycle, we're gonna go have a short break once again. So a lot has changed. Leader Anna Gregg has wrecked out together with a couple of others like Emmanuel Hardnett, Skylar Fleming, and plenty of drivers. We have currently 27 drivers on the lead lap, 31 cars still in the race. So ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have this short break right now. We will be right back with the continuation of the Martini Endurance Series season number 3 race, season finale here at Willow Springs. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at the Willow Springs Raceway for the 3rd race of the Dascar Martini Endurance Series race, with a couple of things that happened. And this is number 70 car of Palastinos, who has had an incident. And well, everybody's going on pit road, so I'm a little bit distracted by that. Anyways, the leader at the moment is the number 87 car over here of Benoit Ravine, who has a now almost 4-second lead over Joseph Nesso, who has difficulty getting by the 54 car. However, Joseph Nesso is currently your points leader, so that's better news for him. You know, before we were gonna go back at through the top 10 in field, we're gonna take a look at what happened to the number 70 car of Palathinos, as well something clearly went wrong for her. And we're gonna fast forward it, and there, treacherous turn, 3, 2, 1, and there she goes onto the grass, and that's pretty much game over. Ooh, that's a big barrel roll. So that's already the 4th, 5th, or 6th driver or something. I don't know even how many drivers have gone over in this part of the racetrack, but she is definitely not the first one. Unfortunately, the season is also over for our great Greek driver, 1 of the 2 in the field, by the way, Palathinos. So that's another disappointment for her. There she goes, a little bit wide. And unfortunately, it will not be a race victory for Palathinos. So, well, I don't think she has a reserve spot for the Phillips Cup Series, so that's also a tough break for her. So now, well, for the team, everything is in the hands of Jeffrey Finguy now. So no, indeed, no reserve spot for her, so that's a tough break. If we fast forward it now, she's still on pit road. And she is one of the, well, what is it, 12 drivers who have retired so far. This is indeed your leader, Benoit Ravine. We already discussed second place. Joseph Nesto is now almost 4 seconds behind. Third, we got the number 1 car of Max Claudel now, who has passed the 01 of Rita Seegert, who had a fantastic pit stop and almost challenged Joseph Nesto for the second place. Even took it at one point, but now lost it again. And lost a little bit of ground as well. Joshua Michaels currently in 5th place, right in front of Jeffrey Finguy, who's about to crack the top 5. So fast race car for him, and he feels the pressure of having to win. Just like this driver, number 12 car of Kyle Martins, he knows that if there are more drivers going to retire, his chances of winning the championship, actually I think it might already be over. So he knows that if he wants to have a reserve spot in the Phillips Cup Series season number 9, he has to win. In front of him is the number 4 car of John Arndt, who, well, also for him the same story, cannot become champion anymore, so he has to win in this race. He does have a Dascar Rally Championship he could win, but of course, to be certain, you gotta do everything you can to win this race. We got over here Devin Robertson, number 43 car, the same boat he is in as Kyle Martins. He could have won this championship, but he was too far behind, and now due to car drivers retiring, he has to win this race in order to get a spot. Except for that he is driver, actually that's something I just realized, Devin Roberts is driver of Joshua Michaels. Joshua Michaels already is a Dascar president, so obviously he has 3 reserve spots, like every Dascar president. But Devin Roberts is not one of them. So, yeah, I'm afraid that Devin Roberts will have to do it with the summer series and the series in between to do races, because he's not going to be in the Phillips Cup Series season 9 anyways, because Ray Takada and Ruka Takada have taken his place. Oh, and he goes wide over here. He goes really wide over here. Makes contact with Nicole Trenowich, who's currently in 10th, by the way. And that almost went wrong for the 43 and the 19 car. So, Grey Bell over here, which is not for position. So, just to mention, as you can take a look at the rest of the field over here in the left top corner. So, the 70 car of Palathinos has also retired. Means we got 30 cars in the race, as the 31 cars 1 lap down, or 6 laps down. Joseph Bremer will soon pass the number 70 car of Palathinos. We got 24 cars on the lead lap though. A couple of them are very far behind. So we had our round of pit stops. The question is, when is the next round of pit stops going to be? And who will have the best strategy? We know that RJ Bishop is one of the drivers who has to pit the soonest. So if he comes in, it will be around 4 or 5 laps before the others will also come on pit road. So I'm not sure where he is. So we've got a couple of damaged race cars that we skipped through the field. And, well, a couple of real damaged race cars. There's Archbishop. A couple of drivers we haven't really talked about at all. It's Tommy Turbo, he's one of them, number 9 car. Pretty invisible race. He's also running a little bit more towards the back. Well, 12th place is not really towards the back, but he started towards the back and he's slowly but surely creeping towards the front. Going on the grass though. It's not what you want. It's not really grass, but it's sand, sort of. So Chris Dodd also right there. 14th position, right 2 spots behind his teammate. There's Jane Pinter in his Christmas sort of car. Well, it's not really a Christmas car. It's sort of more like a My Little Pony car. Still like this car though. There's Chris Dollerton. He is still 5th in points. Well, he was 5th in points going into this race, but I think he is currently running in his 27th position. Okay, he is not in front of Joseph Brummer, so well, he's having a pretty difficult task. He knows that he has to perform very well. He was 16 points behind Joseph Brummer, but he's also he's only 2 points behind Joseph Nesto, and he's around 25 positions behind Joseph Nesto, so it's going to be a difficult task for him if he wants to win this race. So for him it might be an option to get some strategy working, so we'll see if, well, he will do that. It's kind of difficult for these guys and girls to pull a different strategy, though we've seen it happen before and we've seen drivers win with different strategies. So pulling the upset, that's always how we call it. The Frenchman Benoit Lothaire Urvine up front. We have never had a Frenchman in the what was it, in the Dascar Phillips Cup series, so that's also quite interesting. We have had a couple of drivers which we've seen. Josephine Bouvier, driver of Daniel Voiles, development driver, she's French. We've also seen Dante Lemieux in the 24 Hours of Sonoma, organized by Joshua Michaels. I'm not even sure if he's either French or Canadian. Could be Canadian as well. I'm not 100% sure. At least it's a French name, so not a whole lot of French people in here. So it's always fun to have some different nationalities. And already said it in the beginning of the season, we have a whole lot of different nationalities, and that's always fun. I always like to have a sort of multicultural series, and I mean, like, we have a couple of Greek drivers, we have a couple of Dutch drivers, obviously, it's not a big surprise. Brazilians, we got drivers from Finland, we got well, drivers from Germany, France, Poland, Monaco. So that's really, I like that. And I gotta say, some of these users are really coming from that country. So sometimes you just say, well, I want to have some, I just think of a driver and, well, just put him in as like a fake driver. But I know that Chris Dodd, for instance, is really from Puerto Rico. He lives in the US now, but he is born in Puerto Rico, so I really like that. And Nicole Tranowicz actually is also really from Poland, but lives in the US. Yeah, some drivers I don't really know. Oh, well, of course, Gabriel Wanley is also really Brazilian, and that's fun. I mean, I've seen one or two of his videos, and he talks. Every time when you see that video and you hear somebody speak a different language, you think like, hey, that's interesting. At least that's what I think. Like somebody in my series who is really not Native American, just like me. Hey, I feel a match. So nothing else has really happened. So it's now just a matter of waiting for the time to come that drivers are gonna hit pit road again, if something is going to happen. Well, you know, it might be fun to look at lap times as well, as we are currently doing this, because we got over here a Max Claudel who is running almost half a second faster than Joseph Ernesto. Yeah, Joseph Ernesto is pretty far in front of everybody else who is close to him in points, so championship, giving a championship out of hands is still possible, but it's going to be a difficult one. But still, this Max Claudel in the number 1 car is lingering to take away second place from him. Interesting. We'll keep an eye on him. And just so you know where our drivers are, which are in championship contention as we watch this battle. Obviously, Joseph Brum is currently in 30th position. He is 6 laps down. And it's gonna be difficult if nothing happens to Joseph Nesto or RJ Bishop or Chris Dodd or Chris Dollerton. It's gonna be a difficult task for Joseph to Brummer, that is, to win this championship. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess, then, because we know that Joseph Nesto, he's currently in second place, and he is 14 points behind Joseph Brummer, so that's not a big difference. And actually, that difference has been turned around because Joseph Nesto is running in second place, and that is 28 positions in front of Joseph Brummer. So that means that now Joseph Nesto has an advantage of 14 points over Joseph Brummer. RJ Bishop is only 1 point behind Joseph Nesto, and he is running in 11th position. So he's close. He's close, but being close does not really help you. Here comes Max Claudel, though. Oh, around the outside, braking very, very late. And that was a gutsy move, and it's not going to pay off really for him. But at least he's trying. That's a good thing. Of course, Max Claudel, 39 points. What has he to lose? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So he is going all out for a victory. And to get to Benoit Ravine, you first have to pass Joseph Nesto. So waiting. When is he going to make the move? He's trying to look here, left and right. He has the faster car, and he is much faster going into the final 2 turns, and he has taken over second place. So Joseph Nesto losing second place, and he's gonna go off track a little bit. So that's second place gone. Interesting move. So Joseph Nesto, this is pretty much the first time he has been passed in a long time after Benoit Ravine passed him. So interesting. Joseph Nesto going a little bit backwards. Looking at his lap times, yeah, it was well, let's say that he can run 15.9, 15.8. 16.2 for Reed the Secret, who's also in the battle. But Jeffrey Finguy, who's also in the battle, runs 15.7. And Joshua Michaels even runs 15.3. So that's also a battle. Joshua Michaels trying to go by Jeffrey Finguy again. It was the other way around a few moments ago, but now Josh is trying to get by the 18 once again, and it looks like it's going to work out for him. Here's another battle, but that's with a left car. So Joshua Michaels back to 5th place, back to the top 5 for Mr. Michaels. That's good news for him. And here we got, of course, also a very exciting battle between 7th, 8th and 9th. That is John Arndt versus Kyle Martins versus Devin Roberts. All three have to win this race to get a spot in the Phillips Cup Series season number 9. So, on the other hand, John Arndt is somebody who has commented for the last few races and has signed up for every series so far. Kyle Martins not really. Devin Roberts, well, enough said, he's Joshua Michaels. He's Joshua Michaelsly owned. And then Nicole Trenowitz, who's currently in 10th, has already reserved spots, so not really a whole lot of pressure on her, just running for fun and running for the honor. But John Arndt, I think he still has a chance, a pretty good chance to get in the Phillips Cup Series. Well, I should say that he don't think he has liked the Dascar Facebook page. I don't even know if he has Facebook, which is obviously big problem if you want to follow the Dascar Facebook page. But that's also, yeah, I know that nowadays not everybody has Facebook, and that's not really. We should not only focus on Facebook, of course. We should give Facebook users an advantage. And why do we do that? Just because the people who follow Dascar on Facebook are a little bit closer to Dascar. We got a pit stop, by the way, for the leader. Hold on about Facebook talk. We are going to have a pit stop for the leader. And 2nd and 3rd are continuing. 4th is continuing. 5th and 6th are both continuing. 7th, 8th and 9th as well, but 10th not. So Benoit Ravine is the only one in the top 10, or in the top 9, who is making a pit stop. That could be interesting. By the way, we're halfway home. That's good news. Yeah, that's good. Also in time. We're exactly halfway home in time. And the race is also almost exactly halfway home. So that's fantastic. Love that. But Benoit Ravine, a solid pit stop for him though. Comes in right behind Cody Smart in the 48 car. That is currently in 12th position. So I know the 48 car was in 12th, but that's obviously he's now in 11th. So talking about Facebook, I was yeah, the people who follow Dascar on Facebook are usually the people that are really a lot closer to us, and like Daniel Voiles and of course the Dascar presidents, and some people I know will be watching and following Dascar, so that's why I give them advantage to sign up earlier on the races, because I know that they will be following my series. That's the reason why I first put it on Facebook. And the other ones, a couple of other presidents do that as well. I think maybe even all of them. So now it's the time for Joseph Nestor to come on pit road. Just like the number 01 car, the number 1 car is not in. So Max Claudel, gambling a little bit, has some fresher tires, has some advantages come turning time. Now the question is gonna be, can Joseph Ernesto, with that 1 lap longer, get in front of Benoit Ravine? There is Ravine. That's not gonna happen. So Joseph Ernesto moves back to 2nd place now. Of course it was 3rd, I know that. And that was a close call. Rita's Secret falling in right behind her teammate Martha Constantina. Not for position. Well, it is for position, but virtually is not for position because 21 car has not pitted yet. So virtually that 01 car is still in 4th place, with Max Claudel still having to pit. Currently it is 3rd place in real time. Here we got some great battles, I gotta say. That's fun. But that battle I just saw was not for position. So next up, who's gonna make pit stops? Max Claudel still extends his run with 1 more lap. That's important because, well, I'm expecting these guys normally just like a pit stop. Where did RJ Bishop come in, by the way? Yeah, he did come in. Okay, I missed that. Sorry about that. But usually these runs around 30 laps or 30 minutes, I should say. This is the 3rd time that these guys pit. Is it the 3rd time? No, it's the 4th time I think that these guys pit. So that means that everybody still has to pit for, well, 4 more times, I guess. I should see it like this: 4 times. That means that every 35 laps 2 pit stop. Every 17.5 laps there's pit stop happening. That's quite often, I gotta say. That's not 30 minutes. This guy will do it faster. I don't know. We have to see how this strategy plays out. At least Max Claudel is in now, having extended his run with 2 laps over Joseph Nesto, and actually with 2 laps over Joseph Nesto, I think even, and 3 laps over Benoit Ravine. So that's interesting. So 18 car also pitting. And now it's the question of who is going to come out where. Does Max Claudel have put down lap times which are good enough for him to get the lead from Benoit Ravine? He's going. Where's the 87 car? Where's the 87 car? There is the 87 car. There is the 87 car. And no, it is a 2nd place for Max Claudel. Now 18 car, can he come out in... Where does he come out? In 5th position in front of Joshua Michaels. Then we got Josh Michaels, of course, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Kyle Martins has lost a position to Nicole Tranowicz in the number 19 car. But Nicole Tranowicz has a problem. Nicole Tranowicz in the number 19 car is pulling to the inside, and she has presumably a problem with something. Oh, that's a shame. She is just past pit road, so she will have to do a whole lap. Oh, there she goes, off track. Oh, that's dangerous. Don't want to do that in that position because there's a big chance you're gonna come out somewhere where you don't want to. We've seen cars actually go over the barrier there. Don't know who did that, but I think Jane Pinter actually might have slammed into the wall that hard that, or might have flipped over the barrier after the gravel grabbed him when he was going sideways, spinning in through that gravel. But well, that's not good news for Nicole Chernovic. Not sure what the problem is here. We got some fierce battling between Alba Wanderley and Martha Constantina, but Constantina is on pit road. Also, the 13 car is on pit road of Joseph Brummer. Now, is that planned or not? Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of damage to his car, but he's quite stationary over there. And it looks like the 40 car. Okay, something I just no, it shouldn't be. Nicole Chernovic is in, so indeed it's not because of the 13 car, but the 13 car is stationary for quite a long time on pit road. That is not planned, I can tell you that. So what happened to him? Oh, and that was a tap from Inge Lambliana. So Inge Lambliana in her return and one of her final races, she's not returning to the Philips Cup Series Season 9, gives Joseph Brummer a tap, and that's quite brutal. And that's gonna get Inge Lambliana also on the list, so she has to look out. But Joseph Brummer goes around and, well, I'm guessing that he's just unable to get his car back again to pit road. I don't think there's a whole lot of damage, so I'm thinking it's merely a case of being towed back to pit lane, getting everything said and done, and then he will be able to continue again. But a pretty dirty move from Inge Lambliana in that number 3 car. And there, Joseph Brummer, his very bad day goes to even worse. So you gotta wonder how many times is he going to go off track into the wall or something without of his doing. So, well, at least he's still on pit road. And at least he already has a victory, and he already has a championship in the Dascar Truck Series. So there he goes again. So he's already safe and sound for Philips Cup Series Season 9. But well, fun is a different thing. So that will, I don't think, be a championship for Joseph Brummer unless there are very many drivers going to retire. And the first one of them are Joseph Nesto, RJ Bishop, and Chris Dodd and Chris Dollerton. Then there is a possibility that Joseph Brummer could still win this championship. By the way, we gotta wonder. I should calculate some things because Joseph Brummer, the worst that he can finish is 30th. How many points do you get with that? Let's see. 34. Oh damn it. 34. 14 points. Ooh, that's quite a lot. Let's see. So 14 points. 17 plus 14. No. There's 14. There's 31 points. Now, Kyle Martins, if he wins this race, 31, 131 it is. 129. So So Martins is out of championship contention. Now, damn, I put a red cross behind his name. That's not nice. It should be blue. Martha Constantina, she was 2 points in front of Joseph Brummer. So if she wins, she will be tied with Joseph Brummer. But if one more driver retires and it's not Joseph Brummer, that was a close call though, then it's gonna be issues, and then Martha Constantina can also forget about this championship. So that's how things are going to be. Oh, Max Claudel, that was pretty gutsy. Yeah, I lost a bit of time with an 18 car coming out of pit road. Not gonna be happy with that because he was very close to the 87 car. So now still a chance of winning this race for Max Claudel, and he should, if he wants to get in the Philips Cup, he should really win this race. So That said, of course, Kyle Martin is also unable to win this championship, and he already knew that. So for him, it's the same story as for everybody else who we had mentioned before, like Zachary Fitzgerald is at the race, like John Cittadino, Jeffrey Finguy, Devin Roberts. Well, not really for him, okay, but I know. But for him, it's a case of winning this race. So if he wins this race, he still is going to be in the Phillips Cup Series. Otherwise, he will have to, well, wait for the Red Bull Knockout Series, and that will be his final chance. So that's a very small chance. It's 1 out of 24. So yeah, or 1 out of 24. So yeah, that's not gonna be, well, that's gonna be a little bit nerve-wracking. So we got a couple of blue number 1 cars, or well, 01 then, okay, chasing down a couple of other cars, and they're faster. Joseph Nestor's being held up over here. Well, not really faster, I gotta say. Well, one thing that strikes me now is that Benoit Irvine is slower than Max Claudel, and that Max Claudel is in his turn slower than Joseph Nesto. And this is also a very exciting battle. Jeffrey Finguy versus it's the other one. Joshua Michaels. That's a white line, you have to look out for that. But the battle for the lead is heating up, and it could soon be a 3 or even 4 car battle. John Cittadino is on pit road, and the battle for the lead is heating up. Lap times 15.3, 14.9. Max Claudel is 0.4 of a second quicker in the previous lap. And then Joseph Nesto is slower than the 1 car of Max Claudel. Interesting. So, Max Claudel, we know he's the fastest car of the top 4, well, top 4 at least he is. Top 5 even. Because Joshua Michaels has now lost position again to Jeffrey Finguy. So, well, there seems like Joshua Michaels and Jeffrey Finguy are sort of going back and forth. So, I think still it's going to be a difficult task for Jeffrey Finguy to win this race. He still will have a chance. This race is only halfway over, and still 60 laps are in the making. Leader is getting held up by Joseph Brummer, and that will allow Max Claudel to close the gap a little bit more, but he will also have to get by that 13 car, obviously. And now Joseph Brummer is holding him up. That did not really cost, well, it seems like Benoit Irvine gained another half second over Max Claudel, so that's interesting. Joseph Nesto lost some time as well, but Rita Secret is the fastest car on the racetrack. That's gonna be interesting. Jeffrey Finguy even ran a faster lap than the top 3. And of course we also still should keep an eye on everybody else. 30 cars still in the race. Joseph Brummer 10 laps down. Can you imagine that? That's impossible to gain position. The driver in front of him is the 39 of Zachary John Cittadino, and he is 7 laps in front of him. So there's no way he's gonna overtake that unless something happens to either John Cittadino or anybody else who is in front of him. So otherwise it will be a 30th place for Joseph Brummer, and that will not help him to win this race. So the battle continues between the top 2. There are no 2-lapped cars between Joseph Nesto, I was right, and Max Claudel, and this is one of them. Or these are 2 of them. They are battling now, so that's not good news for Joseph Nesto, who does run a fast lap time. So it seems like lap times are going a little bit back and forth every time. Sometimes the person, that's not gonna help you out, Max Claudel. Sometimes Max Claudel is faster, sometimes Rita Secret is faster, sometimes Joseph Nesto is faster. So sort of going back and forth. So you really have to be lucky in traffic, and that's something that Joseph Nesto is definitely not now. and you have to keep your car on track, and that's also difficult sometimes for drivers, including Max Claudel, who went off the track just half a lap ago. It's so warm over here that the water is just as warm as the surroundings. That means the water is around 35 degrees. Tastes like shit. Seriously. It's warm, but I'm not complaining. Okay, so now Joseph Ernesto, he is by the 2 lap cars. Next up will be Reed Secret to pass the lap cars it is. And for Joseph Ernesto, the next target is this number 1 car. This lap he has lost obviously a little bit of time, just like Max Claudel, so that's good news for Benoit Ravine, who's gaining a little bit once again. And I'm still wondering, last year or season number 2 we had a pretty chaotic race. We had a couple of big incidents on the front stretch as well, and with cars going off everywhere around the racetrack. We didn't have that this season, and it might be a good thing for the final race. I'm not sure. We did a Phillips Cup Series race over here. I'm not sure if I changed the track ini file, and if I did change it, I did not change it back. So this track ini file might be still in favor of the PCS. Normally when I change the track ini file for while it was good for one mod series, whatever, I changed it back. Then I just copy paste it and make a different copy for a different for the other series, which would be in this case of course Phillips Cup Series. But I haven't done that, so I was assuming that I got the right, that I didn't change it, but I'm not 100% sure. So, well, for now it doesn't really matter. We still have a pretty great race over here, with the top 3 running almost identical lap times. And Max Claudel almost running wise. Oh, Joseph Ernesto! Joseph Ernesto! Joseph Ernesto throws away his championship, but he keeps it with 1 barrel. He has 1 barrel roll, and he might still have to save it. But Joseph Ernesto, your points leader and biggest championship contender, went over on his roof and his side. Shut up, this is more important now. Did Joseph Ernesto just throw away his championship? And with that, of course, I mean everything is still possible. He is only 1 point in front of Chris Dodd and RJ Bishop, only 2 points in front of Chris Dollerton. And this is gonna be a nerve-wracking moment. Will he make pit stop? Will he stay on pit road? Will he retire from the race? We don't know. Well, now it's starting to get more serious. Oh no. My dad will take him, but Joseph Ernesto comes on pit road. This is not looking good for the number 62. He has never won yet in the Phillips Cup Series. He has not won a single championship on one of my series, while he has been in every single series I've done, except for 2 Red Bull Knockout Series championships. But okay, Joseph Ernesto is on pit road. At least one thing is for sure: RJ Bishop has gone by him, and RJ Bishop is currently now your points leader. Can RJ Bishop pull it off and win this championship? Can Chris Dodd make something happen? Because Chris Dodd is in 11th place. That's only 1 position behind RJ Bishop. Chris Dollerton, well, he's very far behind. This is gonna be very interesting. And oh, Joseph Ernesto continues his way. Woo! That's good news. Joseph Ernesto continues his way without a front lid and without the points lead anymore, but he is going. Now the question is gonna be, how much speed does he have? He has lost almost a full lap as he is right in front of Benoit Ravine. Let's take another look at this. Let's take another look at this moment. I mean, it was a big moment, and was saying that Max Claudel went a little bit wide, but then Joseph Ernesto, he did exactly the same thing, but then even worse. He just ran wide. He got on the grass pretty late it was, and I think that might be a savior. Then he got back again there into the wall, and I think that due to he kept his car straight. Well, his car kept itself straight. Only one barrel roll, and then he saved it and he continued his way. And I think that was mostly because at this moment, his car kept on riding the wall instead of just going over, and the nose of the car stayed exactly, well, right in front of the back of the car. The back of the car didn't try to come around the front, what happened the previous time. That is when your car starts to roll. And that is exactly why Joseph Ernesto did not flip over a barrel roll like many others did. And why he still survived the wall of death and is able to chase his championship. So it's going to be a difficult task for him now as well. There Joseph Brumman went by. And how must this feel for Joseph Ernesto? Oh, he's coming in on pit road once again. And he has more damage. Joseph Ernesto went off with the leader. Joseph Ernesto went off with Benoit Ravine. First and third in the race a few moments ago. Went off track to get exactly the same thing at how Debbie Myers and Sonic Course went off track. And Benoit Ravine sees a victory go up in smoke. And now Max Claudel is your leader. And we have seen for the second race in a row, a race which has a crazy happening with the leaders. First it was Anna Gregg who crashed out. Then it was Joseph Ernesto who crashed but not out. And then he took also, Benoit Ravine out. Goodness gracious, what a happening. Now the question is, how much damage is there on Joseph Ernesto's car? Did he crash another time? I gotta wonder, by the way. The 01 car also crashed out. Okay, so Rita's Secret also had issues. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Oh yes, indeed, we had more cars. And then Devin Roberts is the one who got into this. Look at how lucky John Arndt was getting by that 62 car, but unfortunately Kyle Martin was lucky as well. Then the Devin Roberts was not lucky and ran straight into the back of Joseph Ernesto. Joseph Ernesto into the wall, and I'm not sure if his race is over, but well, that is crazy. Oh goodness gracious. Absolutely incredible. Turn of events. Now Seth Cole. Did he spin around? No. There's Archbishop, but there's Rita Secret. What happened to her then? Because she also had something happen. Oh, she ran off track before that even. Was it her own fault or not? It was her own fault. Just way too much speed into that turn, losing control of the car, and goes off into the wall as well. So, oh my goodness gracious, that is absolutely incredible. And how things have shaken out now. Okay, we're kind of lost now. What happened to Joseph Ernesto? Joseph Ernesto has retired. That's the end of his championship dream. Heartbreaker for him. But my goodness. Benoit, somebody else went off and more people went off. And I think Wade Brummer is the one who went off first. Yes, indeed. I'm running way too wide, 3 wide. Well, without a rear wing, that's not even too... There's no downforce on the car at all. But he continued the way. Okay, that's good news for him. With also the 87 car falling back, because Benoit Ravine is currently in 15th position. That's pretty much race win gone so far. Of course, nothing is really gone, but that's very unlikely that he's gonna win. And with the Secret currently being in 22nd position, 1 lap down. We got over here, there's Rita Secret by the way. We got over here your leader being Max Claudel. I should by the way add another flip because Joseph Ernesto flipped over. Max Claudel as your leader. And second place, Mr. Jeffrey Finguy. The Finn currently in third place because Joshua Michaels is in second place. Michaels has gone by Jeffrey Finguy once again. Previous lap. And that means that now Joshua Michaels is in second place. Oh, are you kidding me? Well, the dream of Jeffrey Finguy is now a whole lot of steps closer. He was running in 5th, 6th position. Now he's battling with Joshua Michaels for second place. Talking about those dreams of winning this race, Kyle Martins currently in 4th position. John Arndt currently in 5th position. Both still have... Oh, okay. Whoa, John Arndt, look out. That was a close call, but... Car spinning. Max Claudel on pit road together with Jeffrey Finguy, John Arndt, Devin Roberts, Kyle Martins. First... No, that's second. Okay, so that was 1st, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th on pit road. Max Claudel continues his way. Question mark. Will he come out in front of Benoit Irvine? Because Irvine did have issues. But I'm not sure if Irvine has made a pit stop. Devin Roberts gets run over by the 18 car. No, the different way around. Unsafe release. And Jeffrey Finguy's dream of making the Phillips Cup Series is also over. What is happening all around here? I don't know. An unsafe release of Jeffrey Finguy. And, well, there was clearly an unsafe release. Bang. And crash on pit road. Devin Roberts out of the race. And also Jeffrey Finguy out of this race. Wow. Incredible. Oh, okay. I gotta tell you, I think Martin Constantine is gonna win this championship. And Joseph Brummer is gonna win this race. The rest is settled. Absolutely incredible. What is all happening over here? So Jeffrey Finguy, he just saw his dream of winning a race, getting closer and closer, winning a race and getting a spot in the Phillips Cup Series Season 9. Dream being more realistic than ever before in this race, and now it's, well, pretty much that. There he is. It's gone over. Leader Joshua Michaels on pit road. And is he gonna come out in front of the number 1 car? Most likely not, because one is already by. Yes, indeed. So Max Claudel is your leader, but what we've seen the past few laps, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, and we just have to wait and see. Of the top 6, a few moments ago, there are only 2 drivers who didn't have problems. And, well, gotta say, of the top 7, sort of. I'm not sure where Devin Roberts was. Sometimes 7th position. Of the top 7, let's say the top 7. 2 drivers didn't have problems. They're 1st and 2nd now. Of the other ones, 3 are out of the race, 2 are far behind. So, I rest my case. We're also already far over the limit of 40 minutes recording stuff and craziness all around. Wade Brummer retired. Wade Brummer retired. That's weird. We're gonna see a couple of moments what happened to him, or if it just was just wall riding. Joseph Onesto, points leader, and, well, crazy 2nd place, top 5 runner all day long, out of the race. Jeffrey Finguy out, Devin Roberts out. Ladies and gentlemen, Max Claudel, your leader. We're gonna be right back with the conclusion, well, not yet, with the continuation of this race. Thank you. Well, stay tuned for more craziness. My goodness. So, well, I hope you got some rest in the previous 5 seconds, because what all happened in the last 10 minutes is absolutely incredible. Everything has been turned around over in the Willow Springs race of the Martini Endurance Series Season number 3. And, well, points leader Joseph Onesto has crashed out and retired. Leader Benoit Irvine has been kicked back to 4th place now, but that is without a pit stop, I think, and has lost the lead. And other race winners who need a win have crashed out, like Jeffrey Finguy. So, ladies and gentlemen, the only person in the top, well, what was it, 5 or something, who hasn't had any problems is this driver, and that is Max Claudel, and he's currently the leader with a big margin over second place. And at second place is lucky Joshua Michaels, who also didn't have any problems and was running in the top 6. The only two drivers who didn't have problems and were running in the top 6. So that means that this was already pretty expected. Now third place is over here for number 12 car of Kyle Martins. And yes indeed, as said, he needs a win in order to get in the Philips Cup Series. And well, chance of a win is still possible, because we know everything is possible in this race with 1 hour to go. Fourth place is Benoit Ravine. Gotta wonder, don't think she has or he has made a pit stop yet, but I could be wrong though. At least he has lost quite a lot of time, and he's lost the race lead, that's for sure. Now fifth place is currently John Arndt, also a little bit unexpected, but still somewhat expected. Has been in the top 10 for the last half an hour or something, and is currently in the top 5, so that's even better. Now in sixth place, and this battle you're currently watching is not just an ordinary battle for sixth place, it's the battle for the championship. And I'm not kidding, because RJ Bishop and Chris Dodd are tied with 102 points. Joseph Nesto is out, Joseph Brummer is 10 laps down in 30th, and they are currently the points leaders. RJ Bishop is currently the points leader, but Chris Dodd is going for a championship and is going for 6th place, and he makes it. And now your points leader is Chris Dodd. Fairy tale stuff happening for both RJ Bishop and Chris Dodd. This is going to be one fantastic end of the race. And the battle between the two is on, and it's gonna continue for quite a while, I think so. Unless somebody crashes out, and if they know that if something happens, it's championship over. So Chris Dodd and RJ Bishop will have to fight each other very, very hard for this championship and stay on track. Huh? That was I saw it coming. So anyways, that's battle for 6th, and of course 7th then is now RJ Bishop. 8th place is, where did he come from? Mr. Tommy Turbo. So Tommy Turbo also having a good race, only 2 positions behind teammate Chris Dodd. By the way, Chris Dodd is on probation. It would be quite amazing if he wins this championship on probation. So all the other drivers who are on probation, one of them is out of the race, and the other one I don't know. Oh, actually I do know, there is another other one. This is a battle for 9th place. Mitch Bratz, who is in 9th, and Martha Constantina, who's trying to get the 9th. And that is indeed Martha Constantina, who still had a chance on winning this championship, but I'm afraid that chance is over. I'm going to calculate in a couple of moments. Oh, no, as long as they don't slide off the track. But 4 more drivers have retired, and those are Devin Roberts, Jeffrey Finguy, Wade Brummer, and biggest championship contender of all, Joseph Nesto. So absolutely incredible. So we're gonna calculate some things. Now Joseph Brummer, he is currently in 29th, but he will be in 26th if he survives for just a few more laps. 26, we're gonna remember that, because how many points do you get if you finish in 26th? That is gonna be, I'm guessing, somewhere at 18 points to make sure. 39, 29, 19, yeah, 25, 25th is 19, so 18 points for Joseph Brummer. That means he will end up with 135 points. If Martha Constantina wins this race, she will end up with 131, so obviously that is gone. And where's my pen? Oh, there. So Martha Constantina out of championship contention. William Brock in number 80 car. If he wins the race, he will end up with 133 points. William Brock is out. Cody Smart, if he wins, he will end up with 134 points. Not enough. Nicole Tranovic was tied with Cody Smart, so also not gonna be enough. Now Chris Dollerton at 101 points, so 47 added means that he will end up with 148 points. So indeed, if indeed Joseph Brummer does not pass, or does pass, both 18 and 43 car, which I think is very likely to do for him. He just has to survive for 2 more laps or something. Then we're only gonna have 5 more championship contenders. And those 5 championship contenders, actually, mentioning 5 championship contenders is not true because Joseph Nesso is out of the race. So that means we're gonna have 4 championship contenders. And those championship contenders are, obviously, as said, Chris Dodd, who is your points leader, with 1 point in front of RJ Bishop. Then we got Joseph Brummer, who is currently very far behind, and well, it just has to hope that there are more of these crashes happening with points contenders, and then he can win this championship. And Chris Dollarton, who is currently in 24th, so he just has to hope that everything goes wrong with everybody, and then he could still win his championship, but it's gonna be a long shot for him still. So 4 championship contenders, and well, for the race win, I don't know, man. I'm surprised that oh, that's a mistake. I think this driver has the biggest chance, but I thought that as well of Benoit Ravine and of Joseph Nessa and of Anna Gregg before, and pretty much all crashed out. So Max Claudel, I'm not gonna say anything about him. He just has to do his best, stay on track, and then he will be fine. But that stay on track is gonna be the biggest problem for him. Yeah, of course, looking at lap times, 1:15.0, 1:15.1, yeah, there's not much difference. Also, 12 car, 1:15.9, so that's indeed full second lost by Kyle Martins. And then, well, 16.0 for Benoit Ravine, it's also second lost. So they are, well, if we just look at the lap times, they're not going to be a threat for, well, for Max Claudel. I think also for Joshua Michaels as well, not. But I don't think Joshua Michaels is going to be a big threat for number 1 car. But of course, the question is, if something happens, then yeah, then everything is possible still. So, well, I think everybody can take a little bit of a rest again. That is pretty much needed after everything that happened a few moments ago. I mean, looking at everybody who's out the race, well, incident earlier on with the 60 and the 59 was the biggest accident actually so far today. 22 camshaft problem, 51 and 67 crashed together. The 20 car of, well, that was a header problem and sort of crashed, but that was not due to, the header problem was not due to the crash was due to the header problem. 69 of Skylar Fleming flipped over, 85 Grillian Giger flipped over, 71 car flipped over in that treacherous turn all. Emmanuel Harden, same story. Anna Gregg while leading, same story. 70 car of Valentino, same story. Joseph Nesto, same story, and then sort of continues his way, but then crashes out once again. So utterly disappointing for Joseph Nesto. Wade Brummer, well, just something I forgot to mention. Wade Brummer, the reason he retired was just due to, remember in exactly this turn he just went wide and went onto the banking. Well, that was the reason he retired. I don't know why, but he already had some damage. I knew that, so probably was due to damage that he just got critical, and they thought, well, should come in now. So, and then of course the 18 and 43 crashed together on pit road. We know what happened to them. So, well, all craziness on a stick. That is really a Dutch saying. Things have settled down now, and Kyle Martins is back up to speed and running faster lap times than Joshua Michaels. Well, Benoit Ravine is pretty far behind, so he just has to hope that everybody else crashes out. So and that's his deal. Yeah, it's just such a shame that he crashed together with Joseph Nesso, and we still, so of course we know Joseph Nesso was a lap car, but still the blame goes out to Benoit Ravine for being too impatient and turning around Joseph Nesso. Just the same thing as what happened to Sander Koers and Debbie Myers. So yeah, that's a shame. And Joseph Nesto eventually retired after that. Not sure if it was due to that incident or Also, partly due to getting turned around later on. Getting run over by... damn, who ran him over? Oh yeah, Devin Roberts was, of course. And Devin Roberts made a pit stop. Came back out and ran into Jeffrey Finguy, which was an unsafe release of Jeffrey Finguy. Yeah, well, question is, should we also have more penalties to unsafe releases? Well, it could be next season, but that will all come next season. Then, oh, somebody has gone off, and I think that somebody was Marty Johnson, somebody we haven't talked about all day long, but has had issues now. Yes, multiple issues and a flip. And that makes me wonder. Okay. Okay, first we're gonna look at this incident. Marty Johnson and Chris Dollarton, indeed. That is the Chris Dollarton who still has a shot at the championship. Oh my goodness. A hit though. Oh, that's a hard one. Marty Johnson flipping over, being the next car to flip over 2 times even. God grief. Okay. Flip number 31 of the season. Now Chris Dollarton continues his way. Marty Johnson as well. There goes Denise Steinhauer. So she was the one who spun around over here. Was she the only one who spun around? Yes, I think so. It was a base of action. That's something that happens at this racetrack. So will she be able to continue her way? I guess so. No, not. Okay. Well, that's one driver out. Marty Johnson. Let's take another look at this. Crashing together with Chris Dollarton. Chris Dollarton could continue his way, but I think it could be possible that both are going to retire from this. And that would mean we're only going to have 3 championship contenders. And things are looking better and better for Joseph Drummer. Okay. Well, okay. So, we're gonna go live, and there indeed, Marty Johnson is on pit road. He is continuing his way, so that's good news for him. So he could continue his way after that crash. Denise Steinhauer is being towed back. We expect her to continue as well. Chris Dollarton is now 2 laps down, but still running there. So, still all pretty safe and sound with him. But far behind now. Now looking at this battle, because of course it's still lingering on. Chris Dodd versus RJ Bishop, the battle for the championship. And well, it's closing in a little bit more and more every single time. But it seems like the previous lap time was faster done by Chris Dodd. But I think it's vice versa now in this lap. So waiting when they cross start finish line how it will play out. They're running, by the way, pretty fast lap times. They're not faster than the leader, but they're coming pretty close. RJ Bishop pits again. Hooray! We see RJ Bishop pit again. That means that everybody else has to pit in the next few laps as well. Oh boy, is pit stop strategy going to play out how this championship will end? That's crazy. Of course, now Martha Constantina, William Brock, Cody Smart, and Nicole Shannon, we all know that if you want to win. Well, if you want to get a reserve spot, and they haven't already, for the Phillips Cup Series, they have to win, but that's rear wings completely crooked. Did that happen this lap? Yeah, it did happen this lap. Okay, William Brock survived the flip. But how well did he survive it? That's the question. Oh, and it's the same thing as what happened to Joseph Vanessa, but he goes for just 2 flips, I think. Okay, so just 2 flips for William Brock. Yeah. It's not going to be his race. It already wasn't his race, but well, definitely not going to be his race this time. So I'm going to go on board with him shortly. Well, shortly meaning only... never mind. Never mind. Now, there he goes. So just a quick flip for William Brock, and is he going to pit? I don't know. No, he does not. Okay, William Brock will be fine. William Brock is fine, he will continue his way, but, well, sort of, he has nothing to win anymore. Because, well, winning a race is quite impossible, but never know what's gonna happen, I know. Chris Dollarton, still on pit road. That's repairing some damage, and I think it is, well, sort of gonna be game over for him. Or did he crash a second time? Did he crash for a second time? I don't think so. I don't think so. Or maybe he did. Oh, he did, but oh, it was a blown engine. Exactly the same thing as what happened to his teammate Megan Atkins. Oh, good grief. He just spun around because his engine went. Then he slid around, and did he hit the wall? No. He cannot continue his way, and Chris Darlington's championship hopes are also over. There, William Brock is in. Now, I'm expecting him to continue, but sort of wondering as well. Let's see. When he comes on pit road. Okay, so that's good. Okay. So I think Chris Darlington is gonna be out, but I will wait with checking him off. Not jacking him off. Checking. Like, never mind. Could not save myself anymore. I will not wait, or I will wait with crossing him out of championship contention before, until he has really retired. So, well, kind of impossible now. Oh, goodness gracious! Ah, leader has pitted. Leader is on pit road, and where is leader? There's leader. Oh, that was not leader. I was already getting afraid. But this is a planned pit stop, and Kyle Martin is also on pit road. Now, is that a planned pit stop? Yeah, it is a planned pit stop. Pit stop went well for the number 1. He goes on and continues his way. Now, this is not gonna be really a battle. The 12 car was running in 3rd place, and he's gonna stay there. Pretty sure of that. The 87 car did pit, by the way, as well. And nowhere near he is to be found. Oh, contact between Chris Dodd and the 27 car. That's another points contender. There's, by the way, the 87 car. Oh, Chris Dodd. Be careful. Where's RJ Bishop? Where's RJ Bishop? RJ Bishop. There's RJ Bishop. And he's coming with a full head of steam. But still Chris Dodd comes out in front of him. These are, by the way, not the last pit stops of the race. So one more to go. But they are critical ones. And Chris Dodd stays in the points lead. Right in front of RJ Bishop. So, that was quite exciting. Okay. So there they continue their way. Now Joshua Michaels is on pit road. He will definitely drop behind one car. Yes, indeed. So Max Caldell gets the lead again. Second place will most likely go to number 33 of Joshua Michaels. And how much time has he lost in this pit stop? We have to wait and see. Whoa, where we go. Okay. There is the number 12 car. Okay. And the 44 car is, by the way, currently in 3rd place. But that he still has to make a pit stop. So Mitch Reds, it's all good what he's doing. And he's having a great race, by the way. Even though he is on probation and he got a points penalty in the previous race. So far, we gotta be honest, he's doing a great job in this race. And well, I'm waiting for him to get in the top 10 again, cleanly, without problems, without turning people around, how it should be as well. So that's good news for him. But of course he still has to pit, so still nothing is over, and nothing is over anyways, as Nicole Chonlich is on pit road. There, Rickett Kruger coming off of pit lane. This is a battle for nothing, I think. No, indeed. So there are now more skid marks here than there were. So I'm kind of wondering if something happens. No, there's an easy way to find out. I put it to none, and then going back, because I still have a feeling something happened over there. And it was not only because the 17 car spun around. It might have been because the number 17 car spun around. Okay. We see smoke. We see more smoke. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, indeed. Waiting. Ah, there we go. Okay. So, 17 car blew up. Something we missed. Sorry about this. 17 car blew up. Then everybody had to check up and all that kind of stuff. Mitch Brett there. Now there are more coming by. Alba Wonderly. And Alba Wonderly will go for a slide. There's a few skid marks added over there. Then Cody Smart will not go for a slide, but will jam on the brakes. James Pinter has to do the same thing. Rickett Kruger has already spun around. And he's not the only one, because Nicole Trunwich is gonna come. And it was all in front of, by the way, of Benoit the Ravine. And there he has to slow down way much, or a whole lot. And Nicole Trunwich goes for a slide as well. And that might be why. Oh, okay. So Benoit the Ravine did lose quite a lot of time over here. Interesting. Ah, and Max Liddell also lost time here. But not a whole lot. So everything's safe and sound. It did cost Max Liddell, because he's only... his advantage used to be 12 seconds over Joshua Michaels. It's now half of that. So, yeah, Max Liddell has lost a little bit of his lead now. And also lost has 12 cars. So, 12 car used to be 8 or 9 seconds behind Joshua Michaels. It's now around 10, 11 seconds. So he did lose a little bit of time there. Here's the battle for nothing. Yeah, this is the battle for last car. This is the battle for the points lead and the championship. How many laps to go? Well, we could have seen that up there. Around 39 laps to go. So, well, let's say 40 laps to go. And no, 30 laps to go. 29, 30 laps to go. And that means less than 40 minutes. So we're we're nearing the end of the race as RJ Bishop went way wide. Now it's to hope that nobody else follows him, because still everything is possible. One driver has retired, and that is indeed Chris Dollarton. So it means we have only 3 championship contenders. So after, well, let's say 5/6 of the race, we have from the 19 championship contenders, only 3 are left. I did not know it's gonna be like this, but well, it doesn't surprise me at all, because we've seen so many crazy races this season, so many races where only a few cars finish. I mean, 15 cars on the lead lap, only 25 cars in the race. Well, previous races have all seen less finishers than that. I'm not sure how many there were. How many there were at Kyalami, I think. I'm not sure. I think less than that. But well, Nürburgring there were only 10 finishers. I think at Le Mans also somewhere around that. So, well, no, Le Mans were 10 finishers, I think, and Nürburgring there were 15 finishers, but 10 on the lead lap. 12 finish. I don't know. Whatever. But we've seen way fewer finishers, and I have a feeling that we're not done yet wrecking. Because we still have half an hour to go, and we've seen what can happen in half an hour, because we've lost around 5 cars in half an hour the previous time, so, or the previous half an hour. Yes, because that half an hour is not even over, so. Well, one thing is for sure, it's gonna be a fantastic ending of this season. Joshua Michaels is running the same lap times as Max Liddell. That's good news for him. But also a little bit bad news, because he's not gaining then. This battle is on. And it's a battle for nothing. But well, this driver is battling with the leaders and passing lap cars. Kyle Martins doing everything he can while there England Liana goes off track. But Kyle Martins clears some lap traffic, and he's still running fast. Well, he was running faster than the leaders. By the way, Lap times now not identical anymore. Joshua Michaels is faster than lying. Max Claudel is still faster, was reached secret. So Joshua Michaels losing a little bit of time on the number 12 car, and well, Kyle Martin fierce battle with lapped cars is also losing time now. And then that would be an advantage of this driver, John Arndt. 15.4 is not the fastest lap time, so he's still running a little bit slower than 12 and pretty much top 3. But this surprised me. Benoit Ravine still is in 5th place. We know that he has made a pit stop and he has lost time, so it seems like he had made a pit stop already and he still came out in 5th place. Or at least he hasn't made a pit stop and didn't come in anyways. But still, this is all going to plan for Benoit Ravine, as in he's on the same strategy as the guys in front of him. He's far behind, I know that, but he's still in 5th, and top 5 would be quite incredible, as we had another championship lead change because RJ Bishop has gone by the number 3 car, and now I gotta wonder, when did that happen? Here we go. This was it. Not. Maybe. Well, looking at those lap times, well, it was quite identical. Maybe I'm even too far back now. So there he goes. RJ Bishop goes to the inside of Chris Dodd, and that's going to be a clean pass. Great job by RJ Bishop as well as Chris Dodd, just to let him go. But that means that the lead in the points has changed once again. Chris Dodd knows that there are still half an hour of racing to go, so he still has a chance of getting by at 06 and win this championship. But it's gonna be a difficult one. I gotta say, I'm really impressed by these two drivers. Let's take a look at where they finished in the previous races. RJ Bishop finished in 5th place at Le Mans. That's quite incredible. And Chris Dodd finished in 7th place. Next race, RJ Bishop finished in 7th place and Chris Dodd finished in 4th place. So in the first 2 races, both drivers have a top 10 and even one top 5. Then the next race, RJ Bishop finished in 18th position and Chris Dodd finished in 19th position. So they have been. Oh, okay. Okay, good news. I'm not sure actually if you could see this, but let's see if it is. Yeah, okay. It says, I'm not sure if you saw it, but it says monitor will shut down in a couple of minutes if due for safe power. I don't know why, because I'm still pressing things, so it's a little bit nonsense. Anyways, these guys have been pretty close together all season long without even me noticing it. First 2 races, both drivers have 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, and 3 top 20s. So all pretty close together. And eventually here they are in the final race, again very close together. So quite impressive job by both drivers. And oh, somebody has gone off, and it was Henry Williams in number 98 car. So what happened to him? Was he the only one? Oh no! Oh no! Kyle Martins in 3rd place has issues. And was he still up to pace here? Yes. He was still up to speed here. Oh my goodness. There it goes. Speed drops, goes to the left side of the racetrack. Well, that's the inside of the turn. Well, probably meant it good and made, well, the outside is sometimes the preferred line, but Henry Williams slowed down, and there comes Joseph Brummer straight into it. Ingela Liana straight into Henry Williams as well. And Kyle Martins, his race and dreams of getting in the Phillips Cup Series are over. Joseph Brummer, does he come up with? I think this is also a whole lot of damage to his car. It might even be championship over for him as well. Oh, there goes John Arndt off track. This is incredible. This race is just incredible. So, Henry Williams has retired, and I think Joseph Brummer, well, not sure where's that 13 car, has also retired. Joseph Brummer's championship is officially over. Now that makes me wonder, with Joseph Brummer retiring, okay, are we gonna see the possibility of, there were 19 drivers who could have won this championship. By the way, the 12 car is still going. That's a big surprise for me. So, Joseph Brummer, he is 25th. Yes, he's still, I should actually not put a cross behind his name, because he still obviously has a chance to win his championship, even though he is out of the race. But, well, Cal Martins is still going. Henry Williams has retired. Is there gonna be a possibility that we're not gonna see, seriously, of the 19 points championship contenders, we're not gonna see any one of them finish this race? I mean, without further ado, of the 19 championship contenders, there are only 2 left: RJ Bishop and Chris Dodd. If they survive this race, one of them is gonna be champion. But if one crashes out right now, and the other one crashes out right now, Joseph Brummer is gonna be the champion without even finishing this race. That's flabbergasted and astonished. That's what I am now. And this absolutely has shaken up the top 10 again, because currently we got in 3rd place John Arndt. We got in 4th place Benoit Ravine. We got in 5th place this RJ Bishop, with in 6th the number 3 car of Chris Dodd, who's losing time behind the number 12, who's a lap down. So, wow, incredible. That's incredible. Something else may have happened, by the way, here as well. I'm checking quickly. Oh, I saw some skid marks, but might be crazy. Well, now we see some more skid marks, so I'm guessing that something else happened over here. I'm going to take a look at that. Okay. Oop. Okay. I don't think it was from Chris Dollarton. I'm pretty sure it was not. Or from anybody else. From the 01 car, I don't think it was either. So, must have been a new incident a few moments ago. Gonna wait and see till the smoke comes rising up. And we're waiting. This takes for ages. Well, 3 laps earlier, 4 laps earlier, 5 laps earlier. I don't know how many laps earlier. I'm gonna count to 10. If I haven't found anything, I'm gonna leave it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, bad luck, nothing. Hey, there's smoke over there. Now something did happen. You gotta be kidding me. Oh no, Benoit Ravine flipping. Oh god. Oh my goodness. I'm rewinding to see what happened, and then at that moment something happens. Benoit Ravine, exactly the same thing as what happened to him and Joseph Nesto, goes into the wall. Oh, that's a hard hit though. That was even earlier than Joseph Nesto hit. That was a hard hit. Flipping over. And that's game over for Benoit Ravine as well. So hope for race win are now officially over again. Oh, that's a hard hit. Gabriel Wanley was the other driver involved. He can continue his way, but yeah, with damage. So yeah. Here we go. Ouch. So Benoit Ravine, his race is now officially over as well. Not officially, but he cannot even come back to pit lane. Has he been Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Did I saw a number 1 car over there? Posting. I'm just waiting. I just want to get a little bit further back. Okay, so here's smoking. Hold on tight. Okay. Oh my goodness! That is Max Claudel right behind that 87 car, but he survives. Okay. Max Claudel survives, but Joshua Michaels does not. Joshua Michaels does not survive. And straight into Benoit Ravine together with Marty Schneider, I want to say. Marty Johnson and Rita Seegers was also involved. Second place, Joshua Michaels. Oh my god. And you gotta say, how much luck did Max Claudel have to pass that number 87 car now? Because if he would have been just a few moments late, it would have been too late. Oh, that's a hard hit. Well, I gotta say, Willow Springs lives up to his name again. Crazy as hell. Here we go. First driver to come is the number 1 car. I was afraid that he would have crashed, but he was not. Or he did not, luckily. But Marty Schneider, Marty Smith, well, I put Johnson, whatever his name is. Oh my goodness. Wow. That is incredible. Okay, you know, we're gonna go on board with Joshua Michaels. Sorry. There we go. Oh, why didn't you? Oh, he did slow down, but no, he did not. Josh, why? Come on, man. You ruined your own race. Now, that's incredible. Absolutely incredible. So, now did the 87 car get back? No, he did not. So, just for the sake of the other drivers' safety, they pulled him on pit road. And are we live? No, we're not live. Now we're live. So, oh. Okay, so there the 80 car comes on pit road. William Brock, is that planned? Probably. Denise Steinauer is on pit road. There is Rita Seegert on pit road. That's due to the damage in that big incident a few moments ago. Came in a lap later. There is Inge Lambliana coming on pit road. There is Seth Cole going wide. RJ Bishop has made a pit stop, I think. Well, somebody else has gone through the gravel over. Where's RJ Bishop? Oh my goodness. I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying. RJ Bishop crashed out. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is exactly the same thing as what happened in the Phillips Cup Series. Driver coming off of pit road. RJ Bishop made his pit stop. Final pit stop of the day. Comes off pit road. And there is Rita Seegert and Max Claudel. Bang. Oh my goodness. RJ Bishop goes off track. Being followed by the 01 car there of Rita Seegert, who tries to get back. If anybody is going to complain about this race being boring, I'm going to buy a plane ticket, I'm going to look up your house, and I'm going to visit you, because we've seen a race over here that is so incredible that I don't even know how to call this. Crazy is not even enough to describe how this race has gone. We've seen points leaders crash, we've seen leaders crash, we've seen big crash, and we've seen everything in this race. And we're gonna see a surprise winner, and I don't even know who's gonna be that surprise winner. I do know that RJ Bishop is gonna be on pit road. Well, there's Rita Seegert on pit road. RJ Bishop is gonna be on pit road with damage, and he's gonna continue his way in the 11th place. Oh, hasn't even been on pit road. Well, maybe he's gonna be on pit road now. Maybe he has been on pit road. Okay, he has been on pit road. Um, there's Reed's Secret. So, new news. Out to race Marty Johnson. Out to race Benoit Ravine. Out to race Joshua Michaels from second place. And probably out to race Reed the Secret. Current leader Max Claudel. Where is he? There he is. Second place Mitch Bretz, who is on pit road now. So that second place will soon be for this driver, John Arndt. Third place, points leader, Chris Dodd. Enough said. I am speechless and I'm going to pause this deal and we're going to have a end of this race, which is, well, it's gonna be hard for this ending of the race to be even better than the rest of the race, because what we've seen so far is incredible, and we're gonna have one more break in this deal and then we're gonna take you to the last few bit of this race and the victories and champions and whatever. So stay tuned for this craziness to continue, and we will be right back. Have you ever? No, I have never. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back again with the final 20 minutes of this race, the final 15 laps of this race, which have seen almost every single race leader or championship contender crash. And yeah, I don't know. Speechless. So, to get to the points over here of the final 20 laps of the Martini Endurance Series season finale here at Willow Springs. This is your leader, Max Claudel, the only driver who has not had any problems, who has been in the top 5 for I don't know how long, not even that long, because everybody who was in top 5 crashed out. So, but has been in the lead for quite a while. But he went through the eye of the needle, like we say in Dutch, a few times. Crashing out almost 2 times. One time he survived by getting out of the way just in time behind an 87 car, and one time he just missed the 01 car who just crashed in right next to him. If he would have been right behind Reed's Secret, he would have been involved in the crash as well. I can tell you that. So, Max Claudel, your leader. Second place now out of nowhere is John Arndt, simply by surviving after Joshua Michaels crashed out, after Kyle Martins crashed out, after I don't know who else crashed out. Oh yeah, of course the 87 car also crashed out. Who else was involved? Was more up front? Well, oh yeah, of course the 01 car was also somewhere around there. Was also crashed out. So, John Arndt in second place. Close to a victory, but still very far behind, more than half a minute behind the 1 car. So if he wins this race, it's already incredible. So, third place, believe it or not, Martha Constantina, but that is due to her having a different pit stop strategy. So I think she still has to make a pit stop, because currently in third place would be this driver, and Chris Dodd, that is. He is also in championship points lead. And why? Because simply the 06 car of RJ Bishop crashed out like so many others did. And of course, that could still happen to Chris Dodd as well. We could still see drama in the final 20 minutes, 15 minutes now, with the leader in championship crashing out. I would not be surprised at all, simply because we've seen it already happen 3 or 4 times today. Fifth place is this driver, Mitch Bretz. Yes, he's very close to Chris Dodd. No, Chris Dodd doesn't care at all, unless he takes him out, which also, is a little bit on the resume of Mitch Bretz. But to clear his name, he's done a great job today, and he hasn't turned around anybody today. And we know that he's gonna be a little bit more careful now. So we'll see Mitch Bretz get a solid top 5 finish if he continues his way, which I'm hoping that he's gonna do that. Um, then 6th, out of nowhere, Rick Kruger. I don't know where he came from. He was involved in an incident earlier today, but still 6th place. Out of nowhere, taking advantage of everybody else crashing out. Then we got in 7th place, Nicole Tranowicz, number 19 car, also has had issues, but has been in the top 10 pretty much the whole day. Then we got in 8th place, the number 40 car of Elba Wannerley, looking for redemption after being taken out in previous race. Top 10 would not be enough for her to get a reserve spot in the Philips Cup Series Season 9 though, but still would be good for her. And then of course Jane Pinter in 9th place, also good news for him. So, well, okay. And then 10th position we got the number 9 car. There he is, Tommy Turbo, and yes indeed, Tommy Turbo is the first driver a lap down, so that means that we got another car crashed out. That will come in a few moments. First off, we got 9 cars on the lead lap, 19 cars in the race, though that's gonna come down to 18 cars in just a couple of moments, because Cody Smart is the next driver to go out of this race. Probably treacherous turn. I have a feeling it will be the treacherous turn. So there he goes. A little bit wide. We've seen so many times today, and he is the 6th or 7th driver or something to have this happen to him at that moment. Also, Max Claudel put Tommy Turbo on a lap. But Cody Smart is the next driver to flip over. And there he will go. Onto the grass. Guess what? Flip number 34 of this season is a fact. That means that sort of, it could have been possible that with this amount of flips, almost every single driver has flipped over this season. Almost every single driver. There are only 8 drivers then who would not have flipped over. That is, of course, if everybody has flipped over one time. But I know there are a couple of drivers who have flipped over 2 or 3, maybe even more times. So one driver more out of the race. We are alive again, and that is your leader, Max Claudel, and he is in serious free space now, except for those lap cars. But there's no pressure from behind because John Art is so far behind that he's not gonna close that gap. He's never going to close the gap unless something happens to Max Claudel, as we got only 10 more laps to go. And there, of course, skimming through the field, there is RJ Bishop. RJ Bishop is currently in 11th position. He is half a lap behind the 3 car of Chris Dodd. I don't think anybody still has to make a pit stop. And if there would be somebody who still has to make pit stop, I think it would be the 06 car. But I'm not 100% sure. Nothing is turned anymore now. We just have to wait and see. Well, I don't know. Maybe we are going to see pit stops. And RJ Bishop is going to win this championship with a crooked rear spoiler wing. Well, this is not really a spoiler, it's more like a wing. So, well, we've seen more like the cars like these today, and well, I don't think there are a whole lot of cars that look like that survived. I remember in Williams look at one point like that. Wait, Bremer crashed out. Well, this is one of them. Number 80 car of William Brock. So, the knitters. So, 48 car has retired. Also should mention everybody else, of course, who still is in the race, because they've done a fantastic job this race long to survive. I mean, RJ Bishop, well, we've seen him crash a few moments ago. Then the 12 car, I have completely ridden Kyle Martinez off. He has been in so many trouble today. He could have easily won this race, or at least get a top 5 finish without any problems. Well, easily won this race, I wouldn't say, but could have easily gone top 5 finish. But things went wrong for him. Just like, oh, he also runs off wide over there, almost crashing out. 21 car, by the way, still in 3rd place. That will be the strategy upset if Marta Cantina manages to finish in 3rd place. So, 13th is Seth Cole. We haven't talked a whole lot about him, except for because he was so far behind already had trouble early in the race, and guess where he is? In 13th position, top 15. How? I don't. Well, surviving. That's it. Easy as that. Then, of course, number 30 car of Inge Lambliana. We've seen her being in trouble before, filling in for Demi Spander and Aileen Aside, just having another race for her just because she wanted to. Not gonna be in the Philips Cup Series Season 9, even though she became champion. She's gonna retire after this and maybe do a couple of fill-in races or something like that. But Inge Lambliana has had a strong career, and well, she's going to end strong. Not today, not really. But I think she will be satisfied after looking back at how this race went. I think she will still be satisfied with a 14th position finish if she would manage to do that. Then the 80 car, it's a few laps down. We're looking for the 54 car. It's 2 laps down. First drive, 2 laps down. There he is. So, Gabriel Wanderley has been in trouble multiple times today as well, and still 15th. Top 15. I think he will be somewhat satisfied with that, but still he would have loved to win this race because that would get him in the Philips Cup Series Season 9. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see him back again in one of my series very soon. I'm 100% sure of that. So 80 car is up next. Also 2 laps down. Far behind. There he is. William Brock. With that car you would not believe that he is in 16th place, unless it's a Martini Endurance Series race. The amount of incidents that he had, it is incredible that he finishes 16th. But how many things we've seen this season, I don't know, but it is crazy, and we've seen a crazy season. And well, this proves it, that a car like this can finish in 16th, 2 laps down, and still in 16th. 17th will then be the number 77 car of Denise Steinauer. And there she is. She has had so many trouble, and actually I'm surprised that she's that far behind. She went off racetrack and had to be towed back. That's where she lost all the position. Yeah, she has had incidents, and not real big ones. Her car looks pretty unscathed, but still 17th for her. I'm not sure if she will be happy with it. I think she would have been. Well, this could have been better for her if she wouldn't have been towed back that far, but it is what it is. 17th for her is good. Finishing is good. And 39 car, John Ciudadino, there he is. Big surprise that he's still racing, no, but he has been pretty far behind all day long, has been off and on pit roads, has had issues here and there, and well, 4 laps down, still in 18th. I'm not sure how we'll feel about it, but we know that we will see him back again. So, well, I will say good job, John, and we'll see you back later in one of my series, and in your own series, of course, in Dascar Regional Pro Cup Series. So, talking about the leader, there he is once again, Max Claudel. He will have to complete 5 more laps, and then this race victory is for him. But I'm gonna be very careful in saying that, because how much we've seen today, everything is possible. And of course, you gotta remember, even a pit stop for him could be devastating. If he still has to pit, and the 4 car of John Arndt doesn't have to make a pit stop, it's gonna be close as well for him. So I think he did make pit stop later than John Arndt, but I'm not 100% sure. So no, I think it's just a matter of waiting. Everybody is probably going to try to get back to the line, to the finish, without having to make a pit stop, and he should as well, unless there's a real danger of getting out of fuel. So Max Claudel. I mean, looking at how Max Claudel has done this season, he's 39th in points, and there's a reason for that. In 2 of the 3 races, he finished dead last, in 42nd position. In that other race, he had a 12th place finish. So, yeah, 12th place finish, that's good for you. But if you finish dead last in those other 2 races, you're gonna be far back in points. And consistency is gonna be his biggest problem. Because if he wins this race, he would have had 1 first place, 2 last places. That's seriously the high from the highest. He seriously went in 2 races from the lowest you can be to the highest you can be. That's incredible. Incredible. And of course we see many other racers looking at other drivers who are gonna have a good finish, who are far back in points. Tommy Turbo is 35th. Elba Wanderley is 34th. She could have won the previous race but got taken out. Who else? Let's see. 44 car is 26. That's not too bad, but could be better. 95 car was 30th. Also not very, very good. The 19 car. Well, this of course championship would have been a championship contender, but 27, 9 we already discussed those. So, well, 27 actually we haven't discussed. Jane Pinter is dead last in points, and he's gonna get a top 10 finish. Where did Jane Pinter finish? Well, already discussed that. His best finish was 34th. Top 10 is very much welcome for Jane. So, we're just waiting for these guys to get this race finished, and so we can relax again and take some time and say congratulations to whoever's gonna be the winner and the championship winner as well. Now, of course, I have a feeling, but 2 laps is a lot of time. I think. Well, I gotta say that if Chris Dodds finishes this lap, he's gonna be certain to finish in front of the 06 car, because 06 is gonna be a lap down. Finishes the lap down, and if Chris Dodds crashes out in the last lap, he would still get that the spot in front of Archbishop, enough to win the championship. So 2 more laps to go for Max Claudel, so it means Chris Dodds has to survive for 1 more lap as well after this, or if he completes the lap he is currently in, and then the championship is his. Chris Dodds, you're almost I don't even dare to say it, but Chris Dodds he's a great guy. I really love his dedication to the sport and how much he likes to run these races, and he's very motivated to do good, and he has been in a whole lot of series. Can't wait to be in the Phillips Cup series, and I gotta say, I'm not sure if I'm not sure if he would have expected to win this championship. Of course, 4th in points is good, but he was pretty far behind Joseph Berman, but still, I don't know. Going for it. Oh, Max, look out. Oh, I almost saw him crash together with that 80 car. Oh, good grief. Oh, okay. Well, Max Claudel got through the eye of the needle over there once again, and the white flag is out for Max Claudel. He can be a Phillips Cup Series racer pretty soon. Only has to finish this lap, and then he's gonna do it. The 4 car of Jeff Arndt is too far behind to even think about passing Max Claudel, unless Max Claudel has to make a pit stop. By the way, Jane Pinter has been passed for the lap, so it means we got 8 cars on the lead lap. I'm not sure if that was the case, or you lost another driver being on the lead lap. I don't think so. There he is, Max Claudel, and we're waiting for the number 3 car. Has he already crossed the start-finish line? No, he has not. But here is the number 3 car of Chris Dodds. We know that he has to finish 1 more lap to make it official, but unofficially crossing the line over here, Chris Dodds is gonna be your Martini Endurance Series champion. Even if he crashes out now, he will still finish in front of the 06 car. But the most important thing is that not the most important, the second most important thing is that Max Claudel is gonna win this race over here. Max Claudel wins the race at Willow Springs, and the last race of the season. How about that? What a race. Complete. It is complete, so we're waiting for second place. Well, there he is, second place. John Arns is not gonna, well, get a spot in the Philips Cup Series Season 9 as of yet, but second place. Big applause to him because he has fought hard, and that means that second place, I think he will be satisfied with that. There he is in second place official for John Arns. He was the top of the drivers who could not win this championship anymore. And what a strategy play over here by number 21, Martha Constantina. Championship, it was not enough for her, but how about this? Incredible. Incredible. And there, Chris Dodd finishes in 4th place, and the championship is official. Chris Dodd is gonna be your Martini Endurance Series Season number 3 champ. How about that? 5th place is already in. That is, of course, Mitch Bretz. And there we got in 6th place the number 19 car. 7th place at 95, Nicole Tranowicz and Rickert Kruger, that is. And then 8th place there is gonna be Alba Wonderly. What a race, ladies and gentlemen. It is official. Thank you very much. Look at all the retirements. I mean, it's almost all due to accident or retired, but suspension problem for Henry Williams. He did crash out, so Chris Darton also says accident. That's a little bit surprising because both he and well, Megan Atkins did have problems. Megan Atkins piston problems, so Blaine Keys also out. Camshaft problem for him. Oh my goodness. We've seen one of the most amazing races of the season, and pretty much every single race this season has been fantastic. So I'm not gonna wait for too long. We're gonna, well, we're just gonna conclude this race. Normally I would do victory burnouts. I'm not gonna do that this time. Sorry, Chris Dodd, simply because it was that short of a season. So I think you have seen enough. You've enjoyed this race. Most likely, if you've seen the whole race, you're just gonna be satisfied with the result. And I think somebody who is gonna be very satisfied with the result is gonna be Chris Dodd, and the other driver is gonna be Max Claudel, because Chris Dodd, winner of the championship, is gonna be made official in a couple of moments. You will see the end of the line, and Max Claudel is gonna be the winner of this race and gets a reserve spot in the Philips Cup Series as well. So that was it for this race, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. It was a big pleasure for me to run this series once again. I really love these endurance races, and I think there are more of you guys who love that. So let me know what you think of this race and of the whole season. And well, thank you very much for signing up, and for you guys who have watched complete races or big parts of races. Really, my applause for you, my hat goes off to you. I really have a lot of respect for you for sitting this long, and for everybody who has watched any part of any content of these races. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your support, and I'm gonna finish it now, and well, I will see you then for the next Martini Endurance Series season, which will probably be around Christmas again. It's not gonna be a full season, not gonna be with championship. Probably it's gonna be just the Christmas Royals, and once again in combination with the Christmas special. That's probably how it's gonna be. Not 100% sure. Maybe we're gonna do different things, but otherwise you're gonna see season number 4 next season, or next year, next summer, if I'm still doing these races. So thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you guys, and have fun enjoying, have fun with the other Dascar series, summer series I'm gonna do, of course. The Red Bull Knockout series starting pretty soon, probably. The Rally Championship coming to conclusion as well. And of course, the Philips Cup series returning. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you back sooner or later. I don't know when. Thank you. I will see you next time. The Martini Endurance Series season number 3, 2016. Season 2, well, here on Ziggo Sports, it's all over. Peace out.